Nothing seems to satisfy. Think I lose my mind if I don't find something to pacify. Can you help me occupy my brain? Oh yeah. Oh, can you help me occupy my brain? Oh yeah. I need someone to show me the things in life that I can find. I can see the things that make true happiness. I must be blind.
Woo!
Woo.
So listen up, buddy. That's pretty fucking killer to me. For AI,
I think
that's
that's pretty
AI
good.
generated.
That's good. There's always got to be that person. Oh, that ain't no good. That's bad.
That's bullshit. I like it fast with fucking distortion, and I don't like nothing else.
Oh hell! I almost think it's like paranoid, like with it's what was the one Sabbath song?
Oh, Planet Caravan.
Planet Caravan
Yeah.
music with the lyrics of Paranoid.
So I figured, like, you know, everybody thinks that this is a regular Pit at Night show, but it's not.
It's a Pit at Night super show.
It's a Pit at Night extravaganza. Fucking blow you skirt right off.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go, boys. We're bringing Rambo back because fuck it. Fuck the world.
All right.
How is it going tonight, Matt? You doing all right, man?
Can't complain. I'm glad we didn't die from fires here in Texas, where I'm at. So people all up north. You keep your fires up north. Don't come south of here. So,
We got tornadoes.
What was
and
it,
shit last week. So.
This weather here in Kentucky is insane, though, because it was like freezing yesterday, and today's hotter than hell out. It's like 72 degrees out, which is pretty damn warm for early March here in Kentucky. So I think it's going to be warm again tomorrow, too. So this weather's bizarre. Probably have a snowstorm by the end of the week.
So real quick, direct to screenwriter. Yes, this is the Walmart $5 clearance special Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt. And I encourage you all to go out right now and buy one yourself because it's pretty killer for $5.
$5.
You want to see who all's in the chat though before we get this
Yes.
get started?
Yes.
All right.
Let's do it.
So it looks like we got a whole shit ton of people in here. We got Justin Smith,
People
Jerry
flitting in.
L. Jerry L didn't like it. He said that wasn't worth shit.
Jerry L. Now, come on.
He don't like much of nothing though. The creepy onions in here. Caleb Farrar,
Hello.
Samuel Jameson Fern. That's a killer fucking name. Oh,
It sounds like a serial killer.
Samuel Jameson Fern.
I can hear Keith Morrison saying your name in a very fucking charismatic way.
it's always
X-Ray
three names. Always three names.
Bobby Reynolds. The mayor, Suspiria Knight's gonna stick with Vixen.
That Aquanet's what
Shamar?
does it for him.
Yeah, that's what it does. Pred's in here. It's good to have him in here. Silver Wings. Silver Wings. Danny Dundada. Danny Dundada, baby.
Din-da-da, dun-da-da. That's from Breaking, right?
Look at these guys showing out using the damn AI for songs. What's that? You don't even use real songs. Using AI.
Well, the real
generated
songs get us in
We
trouble.
can't. They get fucking flagged every time we use a real
That's
song.
why we use fake songs, is because they're public domain. Right?
Guess who's here, though? Guess who's here? Everybody's favorite. Black Peter.
You love the Black Peter.
Pumpkin eater.
Everybody knows that.
Carter's in here, L.A. Jewel, basically everybody. Like all the regulars are in here with some people that I've never heard of in my life, which is killer.
Well, we're doing
Money
a
saving with me.
we're doing a simulcast tonight too. So this is the first time we've ever done a simulcast with Rambo on Rambo Raft for Life's channel. So some of those may not be acquainted with the Deadpit universe yet, Uncle Bill.
Well, you need to rapidly acquaint yourself.
Yes. So, but yeah, this kind of a free for all stream tonight, really. I mean, we were talking in chat about wanting to do something because Uncle Bill was originally planned to do one of those exploitation shows, but you can't get anybody to commit to the sword and sorcery stuff yet. I'm committed. I'm going to try to watch these movies.
I
You
was
gotta
going to
give me
do
time.
it. I'll fucking do it by myself. I don't give a fuck. But like, I figure, you know, I mean, I think that you wanted to do it once you figured out Red Sonja was on there and the Beastmaster. You know,
It
you
gives
wanna
me
do
an
it.
excuse to finally watch those 4Ks that I got too. So
Yeah. So just to keep everybody up to date though, there's a series of shows that you may not know about called Exploit Nation that we do every Sunday at 10 usually. And this week was Sword and Sorcery Films. There's going to be reviews of the Beastmaster and Barbarians, which is one of my favorites. Like, I don't give a shit what anybody says. Red Sonja is an all-time classic. And then everybody kept bringing this movie up, and I watched it, and there's some killer shit in this movie. Like, I kind of get why everybody was bringing it up. Deathstalker 2, which is a Jim Wynorski joint.
still
And
death stalking.
right dead center in the middle of it. It's like a sword and sorcery film. It has like an intergender wrestling match in it with that chick that was like in Glow, that big redheaded, like, you remember the one that was like the huge redhead, looked like your mother-in-law or something, but she was like
I
6
never
foot
did.
tall.
I didn't really watch Glow too much, to be honest with you.
I'm trying to think. I don't know what her name was in it or anything, but I've seen her in all kinds. She was in like
Tina
Married with
Ferrari,
Children.
that's the only one that I knew because it was Ivory in the WWF.
No, somebody out here's bound to know who I'm talking about, but like she's been in all kinds of different
Wasn't
movies.
Tori and wasn't she in the Glow at one time briefly? Maybe the other Tori, not Tori Wilson.
I was thinking of Tori Wilson.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Tina Fey.
that's who it was.
It was Tina Fey. Oh God. But anyway,
God, I hope
Last
Next
Slumber
time.
Party is more than halfway sold out. Last I looked,
yeah, it's like
and
600.
I'm baffled, Bulls. I'm baffled. Have you fucking people never seen Last Slumber Party? It's not even.
I'm glad I did it. I can hold my breath and not watching Last Slumber Party. I see the trailer. I pay $50 for Last Slumber Party.
Yeah,
A pass.
yeah.
I think that movie has a reputation of kind of being a lost film to the point where people bought it. Like, I don't think there's anything else.
Deserve
other
to be
than
lost.
that. Yeah. And like
Yeah.
some
To be
films
lost
do
is
deserve to be
Jesus.
lost. Yeah.
Right. Some films are better left unfound, Bulls.
Chris Meow is sending in a $5 super chat, and he says that he would like to review Shark Exorcist. That's a crossover title. I don't know where we'd fit that in.
Well, Uncle Bill does have a link. Has anybody ever requested a personal review from you, Uncle Bill? If not, what the fuck?
No.
Well, why not? There's a link down there in the description, I think. Maybe there is. And
But I
he'll
can
review
tell you-
Shark
so
Exorcist.
Short exploitation. There you go.
I can tell you at some point, though, in that series of shows, there's going to be an animals attack show. I don't know when, but we're going to have, something like Grizzly's going to be on there.
And then
Oh,
the show after
Jonathan.
that, finally, he's going to do Black Exploitation.
Yeah,
episode.
I'm going to let you do
There
it.
you go.
It's your show. You're the host.
No. That's right. I'm passing off the host powers to you like that dude at the end of John Wick 4, which, by the way, I finally watched like that entire movie here recently.
Oh, all 3 hours.
And yeah, that's a long ass fucking movie to lead up to that. And there's supposed to be a John Wick 5 coming out. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
okay. And then there's supposed to be a spin-off of something from that movie too, like coming out as well.
Ballerina.
Yeah, Ballerina.
Have they done
Ballerina.
these fucking John Wick movies every year or something like that? There's quickly
It
like
seems
there's
like
5 of them now or whatever.
2014, 2017, 2019, and then 2023.
So pretty quick.
Yeah, they need to stop pretty quick.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like the first 3, but the fourth one, when he went down the stairs like Donkey Kong barrel for like 5 minutes, I'm like, give me a fucking break. Like there's a scene he goes up the stairs, he falls down like the barrels in Donkey Kong, and that's when the dog pisses in the dead guy's head or whatever.
Yeah,
the
there's a
hell it
lot
was.
of there's a lot of scenes in that movie where it just went from like it was really silly. Like the whole scene with the whatever the Russian guy with the gold teeth or whatever. It's like now you're getting
Scott
like
Adkins.
Dick Tracy fucking territory or something with that.
Yep, that was Scott Adkins in a fat suit.
Well, they
For some reason.
Hollywood though, whenever they find something that works and they make money with it, they're going to milk it for every fucking dime that they can get out of it as quick as possible. Most of the time, sometimes they're confusing as fuck with what they do. I have no, like I was talking to a buddy of mine today. He found, and this is fucking bizarre, man. This is just weird. I guess it was Walmart or may have been Target or one of those stores. A Friday the 13th Camp Crystal Lake fishing hat, one of those fucking dumpy hat. And I'm like, they fucking make those hats when they have not made a Friday the 13th movie in 15 years.
Yep.
But they make a damn Friday the 13th fishing hat.
Buddy, you never know when you need to bust out that. So Rat Hammer on here says he can't see a link for anything like that. He can't find the link for that. So I don't know.
Well, look in some of the past. I know on all of our links and stuff, it's on there. Maybe one of the past videos. Sometimes they put it up automatically, sometimes not.
Automatically.
Yes.
Tell me you said automatically.
I did, because I don't know how this shit works. Sometimes all of our stuff pops up there like it should, and sometimes it don't. But I try to go back and re-add it later on if it doesn't. So looking like a past video, and it's got a PayPal link for Uncle Bill to review Shark Exorcist.
Yeah.
I'm curious with the simulcast. If I get a super chat, are you able to see it and click on it?
Yes.
Okay, because I can't. It won't let me click on it.
Oh wait, is there a super chat?
No, you can't. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
There we go.
That handsome man there,
Oh.
Opium Gardener. Yeah, I get to see everything, all the comments, the super chats, and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, John will go away with Star Wars. I haven't seen the fourth, but everything Matt has said, I have absolutely no interest. Sounds awful. I mean, if you want to watch it for 3 hours and have a diaper to watch it, because every movie's got to be 3.5 hours long. And I like the first 3. I'm a sucker for those action movies. I grow with it, but that was stupid. Just stupid. It just a dog pisses on a dead guy's face. I mean, CGI dog hitting windshields. Just so much stupid shit in that movie, man.
There's a lot.
I know
You're
it's-
right though. It has taken kind of like the route of Star Wars where it's like the first one was kind of like dead serious, almost like exploitation style, action film. And then like by the time you get to the fourth one, it's almost like a fucking comedy or something. Like the villains are so goofy and shit in it. Like there's a French guy played by Bill Skarsgård, but I just want to punch myself in the face that fucking accent he's got in that movie too. Oh, we're looking for John Wick. It's like, what are you doing, Bill Skarsgård? The fuck are you doing in this movie?
Hello. What is it with us though? Speaking of French shit, and we've got a French horror movie to review coming up here. Oh, we got somebody waiting in the wings, boys. He must have got done with work early tonight.
What's up?
Yeah.
How's it
Mark,
going?
I got a
Sutman
question.
Mark?
I'm good.
Why is Bill Skarsgård in everything? I know he's your favorite actor.
I have no idea. He must have one hell of an agent. That guy's in everything. And I'm sure
Why
you guys
am I-
have seen the Crow images by now, right?
Holy Lord, yeah.
Yeah,
man.
I just don't care.
Yeah, he looks,
Whatever.
he looks like an emo emo femboy.
He looks like something that got shit out of 2003 or something.
That damn
It's like-
nipple tattoo he's got.
Those
insane.
Crow movies are basically like that franchise is worthless to me, in my opinion. I mean, they just fucking, how many sequels and all that have they done? Like, who cares? It's like somebody making a new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie. Who should care at this point, you know?
No one. Real quick, I want to get to this question. Should I pre-order Severe Injuries? No. You should not. Opium Gardener's back.
Yeah, that a guy dies in John Wick 4, and because this one guy has a dog, it goes and pees in the dead guy's skull. See No Evil's better.
It really does.
See No Evil, I would rather watch again.
Same.
With Kane.
I mean, do you think that there's any hope for the Crow movie
No.
based on what you've seen?
I like The Crow, the first one, but every sequel has been bad. The last one had Edward Furlong looking bloated, and
I don't think he can.
I think that was the last film Dennis Hopper did. Sadly.
Oh, that sucks. If that's the case, poor Dennis Hopper.
Shit.
Man, was that had to be around the same time as Land of the Dead, or was that like right after?
I thought it was after, because I thought Land of the Dead was 2003.
Yeah, he lived a good 4 or 5 years after Land of the Dead, I think.
Okay.
What Your Prayer was 2005.
Okay, I thought Land of the Dead was 04, but I could be wrong.
Or that might have been 04, but yeah, What Your Prayer was after 05. Like I said, no, you didn't need any more. It's funny how you mentioned it looks like 2000s because Rob Zombie at one point wanted to do a Crow film. I guess if he did, it would look like this guy.
Is it not me either, or somebody mentioned the Kane character in John Wick 5 real quick. Was that not supposed to be like, what was that fucking ninja's name in G.I. Joe? Storm Shadow? Or which one was the one that was blind? That had like swords?
I don't
There
know.
was, I was like, when I first saw that, I was like, that reminds me of that fucking toy. G.I. Joe.
I remember what was it? Tazmot and Zatmot or whatever, the twins. I remember them because I had the toy. I was like, when I was a kid, I was like, these fucking bastards, boys. They're slick. Make it by the same fucking figure twice.
Yeah.
Then there was that one that you remember she turned green or whatever whenever you took her and put her out in the sun.
No.
It was like,
the hell?
Somebody in the chat will know. It's like it was a female. It was a redhead, and you take her out in the sun, and she turns like green. She's like a lizard or something.
Jane Green.
Yes.
Jane.
I don't know why for a split I saw you said instead of go outside, when you go take her clothes off, she turns green. I don't know why.
Tomox and Zamtot or whatever the hell his name is.
All right, are you ready to take some of these questions? There's like 500 questions coming from the chat. Like at this point.
Yes.
All
Hell
right,
yeah.
I'll start wherever we're at because I can't keep up with all of them. Do you guys have a favorite Tarantino film?
Yeah, for me, Kill Bill Volume 1. Saw it in the theater, had a great time with it, but I'm a sucker for those kind of movies. So Kill Bill Volume 1 for me.
I think mine's Inglourious Bastards. I really do.
I was thinking that one as well. If not that, probably Pulp Fiction. Can never go wrong with that.
I don't know. It's difficult. I would Kill Bill Volume 1's probably the one that I've seen the most. I like Death Proof a lot too. A lot of people shit on Death Proof, but I've always had fun with that movie too.
Same.
Why do they crap on it? Do they say why?
I think the female, like the
dialogue,
the dialogue with the females. But for me, I'm fine just looking at gorgeous fucking women in those scenes.
People don't want you.
And Kurt Russell stole that movie too. He was good.
Yeah,
Kurt Russell.
Yeah. He's one of the best things about it for sure.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's fucking damn good too. But I've only seen that once, so I need to go back and rewatch it. Another 4K that I got for $1 at a Goodwill one time. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I was like, holy shit!
I think the end of that's like one of my favorite endings to any of his movies. It's so batshit crazy. It's great.
Yeah. Well, so is the ending of Django. That one's pretty wild.
True. That's a great ending.
That's a good movie too. I didn't think about that one. All his stuff's pretty good, really. I mean, what would be his weakest movie?
Jackie Brown, in my opinion.
I did not like The Hateful Eight at all.
I'd probably say Hateful Eight before I say Jackie Brown. So I love seeing Robert Forster in there.
You know what Robert Forster was great in, though?
Finding Forrester.
Finding Forrester.
I was looking for him.
He actually was great in Alligators. The sad part about
it. I love Alligator.
Opium's back. Hold on. He says, how many actors have they talked about with the Crow reboot? Skrillex, Bradley Cooper, Jason Momoa, the dude from the It reboot. Stop.
Yeah.
What's funny about that movie is they made it in secret as if they knew people would hate it. So they made it like secretly overseas because they knew people would crap over it, deservedly so. I think it's one of those things. The company had the rights to it, and they had to make something to keep the rights. I bet that's what it was.
Probably.
Well, I mean it's been in development hell for years, though, over a decade at least. So they were going to make something. I mean, it was just bound to happen. I just don't think you can ever do better than the 94 film. It's such a great adaptation of the material. And even the things that they changed, I'm okay with. As a fan of the comic, like, there's a lot of stuff that they got right. And judging off Skarsgård's look, like, it is nowhere near the source material at all.
The thing is, Mark, all four of those, it's the same film, only the first film is well made. But they're all the same movie.
Yeah, regardless of character name. So yeah, exactly.
You're doing the same thing now 5 times. You don't need it.
I agree.
Stupid. Garbage.
All right. Let's see.
Trash.
Anybody going to see Imaginary?
No.
Anybody have seen Imaginary?
No. I'll just watch The Pit, which is a damn fun movie.
Teddy bears don't scare you guys. I actually heard it got some pretty good, like, early reviews and shit, but I haven't really looked into it too much.
I'm sure it did.
No, I'm not watching that.
Sure it did.
Okay. Lucas has got a super chat. Favorite space film?
Spaceballs.
Space film. That's a good one.
I mean, 2001's always like number one.
You know what?
What constitutes specifically a space film? I mean, there's a lot. I guess would aliens count? I guess that's
anything.
That's what I was going to say.
Anything that takes place in outer space.
So me, aliens, but I also just want to shout out Outland, just because that's an underrated film with Sean Connery.
Although, boys, you know, all that shit being what it is, there's also
this Event Horizon
masterpiece right here. Yeah,
I knew it.
You can't really see it, but yeah.
Where did you get that?
I've had that for 20 years. No
You
shit.
just had it rolled up right beside of
That's right. There's a bunch of posters rolled up right over here. I mean, that might be actually in my top 5.
I always enjoyed that. Did you see that in the theater? Anybody? I did.
No, I did
not.
Nope.
I know, CK, you're not a fan. I know you're not a fan of Sam Neill.
I've given it a chance at least 3 times, and just not for me.
Well, that's worth, you gave it a chance.
The 4K looks
Is
great,
it just
by
Sam
the way.
Neill?
The last time I watched it was
Sam Neill, or
I just didn't like the movie.
Or is it
it really didn't have anything to do with Sam Neill. To me, it was just kind of boring. I thought.
Well, what for you then?
Sam Neill definitely didn't help.
To me, it's like a Hellraiser movie in space or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it really gets to it, which they kind of
so like Hellraiser 4.
Still. Yeah, scary sight. So just like that. Yeah. Did you get The Last Slumber Party?
No, I did not.
No.
All right.
Can't get murdered by phone, but we get the goddamn last summer party. Piss.
Blu-ray death, baby.
Blu-ray,
Even though
baby.
half of it's shot in VHS.
Did you hear James Wan wants to make a Jason film?
I thought it was
Damn.
Jason Blum.
It's
but
Jason
he wants
Blum.
James Wan to like oversee it. You could do worse.
Either
I think,
way,
but
yeah.
I don't know.
Fuck, I'd let anybody make one at this point. It's been 15 years since one's been made, so hell, David Gordon Green get on it. He fucking do it. Somebody do it.
You think
Please
they'd
don't-
screw
please
that
don't
up
say
like
that.
the Halloween franchise? I mean,
Yeah, I guarantee they would.
Do you think
There's
it's
always a
possible
chance.
to screw up a Friday movie? Really?
Yep. If anybody
Yes.
could, it would be them.
David
guess
Gordon
so.
Green probably
So-
could.
There's
They'd have
always a
Amy
chance.
Steele come back. She'd come back with a fucking Gatling gun, try to take on Jason. That'd be the whole movie, like her living in a cellar somewhere because she's scared.
Now
of
I
Jason.
see that movie, Gatling gun, C4 tipped explosive arrows. I'll see that movie.
Uzi 9mm. Yeah. Phase plasma rifle with the 40-watt range.
Jason, we're coming to get you.
The-
We're coming for you,
That'd be a killer
sucker.
movie. Let's see. They're remaking Street Trash. Why not? Why not?
Sure.
I don't think that's gonna make it to theaters. I'm just gonna tell you.
No.
I mean, if they remade Touch the Avenger, of course they remake Street Trash. So
Is that going
I know
theatrical?
different-
Toxic Avenger?
I don't know.
Doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think it would.
You'd be lucky if it's limited, but
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
why the hell would anyone want to see a remake of Touch the Avenger?
Well, I think it sounds like it's like a remake in name only. Like I'm not really getting, is it Peter Dinklage or whatever is fucking
Yeah.
Toxic Avenger?
Mm-hmm.
Buddy, I
Mini
think that would
Tox.
actually been a worse choice than Bill Skarsgård. And I fucking really don't even like Bill Skarsgård, but Machine Gun Kelly is one of the biggest pieces of trash ever.
You don't like him? You're not a fan of his
Jesus.
music?
No, I'm not a fan of anything about that guy.
Jesus.
Let's see.
She done Kelly.
Fuck Blumhouse. Somebody just says out of the blue. All right. I mean,
Right
yeah.
Night.
Yeah.
Here's another
last one I
that's
saw-
been,
yeah.
oh, go ahead.
Go
man,
ahead.
Sorry.
No, I agree. Fuck Blumhouse. Last one I saw that was Night Swim, the haunted swimming pool
Oh,
flick, and that
God.
sucked.
Me too. And that was brutal to get through. This is another one everybody's been talking about. The new Ghost.
Frozen Empire.
Sorry.
It's frozen.
Oh man.
Ghostbuster is 90 years old. Turned to dust.
Listen, apparently they've got like a much bigger role that's connected in the film more so than the last one. They want
Ooh.
you, the studio
Well,
wants
they
you to know
They
that.
show how much older they are.
They got Harold Ramis back again.
They really do, yeah. Unfortunately, a lot more Harold Ramis.
They're going to give Harold Ramis a lot more dialogue in this one than he had in the last one. So
From what I can understand, it's like completely like visual effects. Like they didn't take any past shit performances and try to like, make it into something now. It's just all AI generated, like whatever, which is kind of fucking crazy if you think about it. But
Yeah, it
that's what
is.
they're doing.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
that's going to set the world on fire.
it's
man.
got them little fucking tiny marshmallow men in it again. What they ever call them?
The Stay Puft
The
Marshmallow.
mini marshmallows.
mini
Fuck.
the mini stay puffs. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, "We're in trouble.
they're in
We're
it
in
again.
fucking
boys.
trouble."
Kids are gonna be happy.
All right, let's see.
You just being negative. Yeah, because at the end it looks like fucking sucks.
Yeah, I
Look at
would.
this
I would
Look at
throw
this
a
shit.
guarantee that that's gonna suck.
fucking Jerry L. He's all over.
Oh,
it, dude.
come on.
Oh, you shit ball back in it, Jerry L. Let's
Not
see.
overrated at all.
Carter's got a super chat. Says, "Give possession another chance." No, I don't even want to give that another chance.
It's like
And I
giving
like
peace a
Sam Neill.
chance. Give possession another chance. I
Oh.
can't, man.
No.
That movie just, Lord God. I mean, if somebody
It's
wanted to request it,
incomprehensible. That's an incomprehensible film. Carter Attention, I dare you to explain the movie. It's like there's no plot.
Well, there's different cuts of the movie too. So I don't remember which cut we watched, but Anchor Bay did the DVD of it back in the day. And I remember when I finished it that night, I was like, I'm probably never, ever, 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 ever going to try to rewatch that movie again. And I haven't up until today.
Nope.
It's a good thought.
All right.
Keep that talk going.
Opium says, Matt, I know you said you weren't a fan of Reboot Man, but you I watched it the other night and still like it. Awful ending, though.
Yeah, I'd rather just watch Emilio Estevez Repo Man. That one's like Jude Law Force, where it's one of those endings where, you know what? I don't even remember. It just sucked. So no.
By the
if you
way,
like it, that's cool though.
We were talking
That's
about
cool.
this lately. Just about how many remakes of shit that there are that we don't even remember anymore. Like somebody will bring something up and I don't even like, like the RoboCop remake and the Conan remake and
The
the
Flatliners
Jacob's
remake.
Ladder.
there's so many of those. That
Wasn't there a Jacob's Ladder remake too?
Yep.
Jacob's Ladder, yeah.
There was a Assault on
Hitcher.
Precinct 13 remake. I mean, it was fairly decent, but like nobody
Was it
remembers
Inside
it.
remake?
Martyrs
April
remake.
Fool's Day.
Yeah, April Fool's Day, Prom Night, there's a
Cabin
fucking
Fever.
Prom Night remake.
There was a
Yeah.
Terror Train remake and a sequel to the Terror Train remake. Thanks to Tagby.
There was a sequel?
Oh, yeah.
They made the sequel pretty much like, I think it may have been shot back to back or something.
I think it was because it came out the very next year.
For Tubi, just imagine like 2 steps below any like Amazon original movie you've ever seen. It's Tubi.
Maybe like 10 steps below.
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite Bruce Willis film from all of us?
Hmm.
God bless, man.
Die
Duke
Hard.
immediately.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Die Hard's pretty
Same.
hard. That's pretty difficult to beat.
there's really 2 that immediately came to mind: Die Hard and Last Boy Scout. Like those were the 2 that immediately
Of
jumped
course.
into my mind.
Okay, worst Bruce Willis.
Oh man, there's too
Cop
many.
Out.
Even.
Cop Out, I think it may. I mean, there's some other ones that I haven't seen from later.
I would go
in his career.
north. I'm going north. If you see that film, it's like one of the worst.
Still with the Elijah Wood?
Like
that one?
Yeah, like the one family like Eskimo, and like every family you go to is like the most racist
Yeah.
character.
I vaguely
Dan
remember that.
Aykroyd's the Texan, and they're trying to like fatten the boy up. They're just trying to get him fat.
Another
Bruce Willis is like an Easter bunny in one part. Easter bunny suit.
I don't even remember that one. Yeah, the Unbreakable,
Good
I like
thing.
it a lot too. Bruce Willis. That's I think that's kind of an underrated one.
Definitely. It's a great movie.
Love Unbreakable. Then they screwed up with that Glass crap.
Yeah, Glass was
God,
pretty awful.
I fucking hate Glass. One of the worst movies
Yeah, let's
of
just
that
kill
year.
him off in a little puddle the size of my dick. It makes a lot of sense. Yay!
Yeah, that movie, like
What the hell?
especially towards the end, it just fucking I don't know. It just went somewhere else.
I just don't think
Life.
he can shoot. He can't shoot action. He has no concept of like how it should be edited or pacing or anything. He just doesn't know what he's doing.
Anyone see a remake or anyone want to see a remake of Die Hard? No,
Mm-mm.
I
No.
don't want to see a remake of Die Hard.
They'll do it eventually, I guarantee
Oh
you.
yeah.
What is this
Nothing's sacred.
nonsense of Steven Seagal promoting one of his direct video on Blu-ray all of a sudden? Driven to Kill.
Steven Seagal, who
He lost
knows
his
what's
mind.
in that guy's head? Who knows what's in his mind other than cheeseburgers? I have no idea. Thought he was in Russia.
I think he is. That's where he should stay too. This is a good question.
I don't even
Last
think
good,
Russia wants him.
last good Dumbhouse film.
God damn, boys. Who the fuck could even? Here's an idea that we had. We had an idea of doing a Tears for Fears Blumhouse movies tier list. And then I looked up how many fucking Blumhouse movies there are. And I was like, there's no fucking way. It would take me 2 weeks to fucking download all the poster art.
I'm trying.
Fucking Blumhouse.
I would say Sick. The Kevin Williamson
Or-
slasher.
Wasn't Megan a Blumhouse movie?
Yeah, but it wasn't good. So
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
It was. It was, Mark. What do you think about that? Now there's two people in here that think it's good.
Yeah. I thought that was a pretty good one.
The Black Phone. The Black Phone.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
Blumhouse, right?
Yeah.
I like the Black Phone.
Yeah, I like that one too.
There's a sequel for that coming.
Of course.
Did you ever see the Invisible Man one they did? That was more like the thriller. What did you feel about that one?
I didn't really care too much for it.
It has a great scene in it, but other than that, like it kind of.
Sure.
Hollow Man was way better.
Oh God.
Agreed.
Started on
Oh, I agree.
Man.
I love Hollow Man.
I love Hollow Man.
What about Holler Man? Y'all like that one?
That's the alternate title for Eastern Kentucky.
What was that one?
Hollow
That's
Man.
the one where you just say they just go up some holler somewhere and find a family and nobody ever sees them again.
Yeah, they try to fondle one of the holler whore's titties, and he has to reach down the bottom. Oh, hey, come on. Okay.
That's how they fondle it.
Oh.
It's in my sock. All right. OCP says, for all you collectors out there, Walmart has some good deals for some 4K steelbooks right now. I saw people posting this a lot today too. They picked up Screen Factory's Army of Darkness for $20. Yeah, I mean there's a little the Vestron titles ones are at Walmart right now. Little Monsters and what was the other one? I know Creep Show. They got a steelbook for that, and then there was one other one that I didn't see coming either. That was
the Creep Show one is already out of print, or it's like
is that a print?
I mean, if you see it at Walmart, you should probably get it because I don't think you can order it on Walmart.com anymore.
Oh wow.
Kickboxer was another one too that had a steelbook at Walmart, exclusive steelbook.
Right.
It looks like shit though. I don't know. Like people seem to like these covers, but to me they look like something you do in like middle school or something. They're just all washed out, looking watercolors or something.
I just wait for that 4 Tip Boxers supposedly coming out. I'll wait for that.
Supposedly. But with Slippy on it, who fuck knows when it'll be.
Come out sometime
Well,
in the next
is
2
the
years.
rock and roll horror movie. It was supposed to Trick or Treat. That was supposed to come out too.
I feel bad for him on that, man. I really do.
I don't.
Well, you should, man. Oh, Black Peter says, how much longer until we start questioning some more about Trick or Treat?
Well, I say question him right now. Send him a message on Facebook just to aggravate him.
Yeah. Spam his ass.
Yeah.
If you want to, I should say it.
No, go for it.
I was going to say,
I know what he's
ask
gonna
about
say.
Burial Cup too.
I knew it.
You aggravate him.
Send him a Blu-ray copy of
Also-
Beverly Hills Cop 2. for
That
his
would be,
birthday.
yeah. Yep.
Send him a poster.
This is an interesting question. Which was better, Star Wars or Dune?
Are you kidding?
That's what somebody put. Just reading the question.
Well,
Star Wars.
Star Wars has been tainted to Disney, but it hasn't been tainted that much. I watched Dune 1984 once all the way through, but it took me 3 different settings to get through that boring piece of fucking shit. Like, I don't know what in the hell was going on. Like, is there a making of documentary about that? I would love to hear the stories because something bad went on when they were making that movie. I mean, that movie is one of the rare exceptions. Within the first 3 minutes of the movie, it's boring as fuck.
He ain't wrong.
Yeah.
I can watch it. It's just how weird it is, but it tries to throw a lot of information at you, all these names, and it's like in a year, was 100,000 million years. It's a lot to digest.
Yeah. What's funny is though, is like I can remember because I was real young when this came out in theaters, but I can remember. I think it was Hardee's, or I think it was one of those fast food chains. Like they were trying to crazy promote Dune. Like it was the next. Didn't they want it to be like a new trilogy or something like that, like a new Star Wars trilogy?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because it's based on a lot of books, so they want to make a lot of sequels. Because there's a lot of books for it.
And there was a toy line and everything, I think, that fell flat of its ass as well. And throughout, like a lot of times they've tried that. Like you remember, like Batman was a gigantic hit in '89. Dick Tracy came out the very next year. They tried their best to market it similar to Batman, but it just didn't work. And I think that they did the same thing with Dune because the original Star Wars trilogy was just ending. And they're like, oh, these fucking sci-fi geeks will have something else to latch on.
What do you think, as a side question to that question, what do you think is the film that, like, after Star Wars took the mantle of like sci-fi craze or whatever? Like, what was the next film after those movies that really took over that spot?
I think the
Star Trek 2,
the Star Trek sequels, yeah, the
Wrath of Khan,
the Wrath of Khan, 82,
because those continued
that was
on, yeah.
till like 80, yeah, 82. So yeah,
was there really wasn't, because really what started happening is everybody just started making like shitty imitations of the Star Wars movies, or like, you know what I mean? Like that became a big thing too. Like there wasn't a whole lot of.
also the Terminator, 84.
Terminator was good
Because a lot of people try to rip that off. Like, what was that one?
Oh,
it's like arm wrestling, but he's like the Terminator or something. I forget what it is. Like, it's part arm wrestling, part cyborg movie. I forget what the hell it's called.
I know what you're talking about, but yeah, the name escapes me.
Yeah, I can't think of the title.
Tony wants to know, how do you feel about the new Strangers trailers? Anybody seen that yet?
I have.
I haven't seen it. No.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like everything else that's ever come out that it's had that premise. It's nothing original or new to the Strangers.
Great.
The main thing that they sell you on in the trailer is like, I think it says, you see how the strangers become the strangers.
Oh,
who gives a
that's
fuck? You see that guy like going into his drawer and pulling out the underwear, staring
this
at it.
pair right here fits just right.
I'm gonna put this on my fucking head and kill
And it
somebody.
smells like bud.
And that's chapter 1. So we got more coming this year.
Does it show their parents? Oh, skull, fuck you, bitch. Like, Rob's on.
That's how family life was like.
Yeah.
Look at the dumper on that.
Bitch, I'm all broken up over here.
Oh my god.
Whatever he says. Let's see. This is true. Mark doesn't want to admit Megan was good. Because then he'd have to buy a German release.
I'm never fucking buying that movie.
It's got the Megan replica, man. It'll dance for you.
I don't care.
Does that little dance. Oh, God.
I'd read more of that.
My thoughts on Frankenfish. I've never fucking seen Frankenfish. But
well, you gotta watch it. You're doing the animal attack movies.
That's
so
true.
That might be one.
It might work its way in.
Oh yeah, Frankenfish will be the top of that list.
Holy shit, that does remind me though. I watched that Lisa Frankenstein movie. Did you see that yet, Mark?
Okay.
Anybody seen that?
No.
Mm-mm. Diablo Cody's return, right?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you right now, that movie is not good. I'm the first one to tell you it's not even good. It's not good. That will be a cult classic eventually. Like there will be a whole group of fucking people that will absolutely like love that movie in about 5 years. It's just that type of fucking movie.
Well, it's not good, but do you like it? I know you don't like Diablo Cody, so
no, I hate her whole style, really.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate it. Like I really went into it being like, I'm gonna fucking hate this movie, but I didn't absolutely hate it. No.
Okay. Well, what is it about it exactly that would lend itself to become a future cult classic? I'm interested now.
It's if you took, I'm trying to think of what two movies to kind of put together if you took Edward Scissorhands and Donnie Darko and combined them, that's Lisa Frankenstein. So that's why I think people will eventually like it. It's a little bit. I don't know. It's not got that kind of family friendly vibe of Edward Scissorhands. It's a little bit like darker edge than that,
Okay.
but it's along the same type of lines, really. Let's see.
Sounds like a live action version of that movie, The Corpse Bride. Tim Burton.
In reverse.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Oh, in reverse.
Because so the chick is just like a high school kid, and like this guy gets revived, like Frankenstein style, and like she basically has to kill people to get different body parts for him to make him like a whole person. Yada yada yada. That's the basic story of it.
Yeah, because I'll stick with Frankenhooker. Don't have no super crack, no deal.
That's true. It doesn't have super crack, which you need.
Needs super crack.
This is a question I never thought I'd hear asked. Do you think they'll ever make a new Spawn movie? I fucking hope not.
They were trying for a long time. Every time they interview Todd McFarlane, he says it's coming, but just never seems to happen.
Eventually they will.
I think it was Jamie Foxx cast and Jeremy Renner last I saw.
You know who's in that movie? John Leguizamo, and that's why that movie fucking sucks.
Is that the only reason?
That's it, really.
Yeah.
It's just Star Wars is trash.
Trash.
I love it when people fucking
man, like you can say what you want to about the prequel movies that they made, but like I think the fan base was still hardcore there after that. Whenever Disney got a hold of it and Disneyized everything Star Wars, and they're still doing these shows and all this other shit. They're doing Star Wars Land or whatever at Disney, and it's just totally like, I don't know. It's not cool at all anymore, in my opinion.
This is killer.
Agree. Agree. They overdid it. It's like everything. You took something, you milked it to death. I mean, it's when it's everywhere and it's not good. Most of it's not good. Then yeah, people get tired of it. It's like anything.
Yeah.
Over sanitize it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that people should be tired of, but they don't seem to be. Like Star Wars is one of those things. They've done so much Star Wars shit, man. Like so many spin-offs.
Well, I think there's a couple of different types of Star Wars fans, though. They're the ones that really caught on when Disney got it, and I don't count them. I just don't count them. And then the ones that are there from the beginning will still admit that they like it, but they preface it. They're like, okay, I like it up to like 2005 or whatever the year was when Lucas sold it or whatever.
There's some blowback because they keep losing hundreds of millions of dollars, Disney. So good for them. They deserve it.
They do. Thoughts on Linda Hamilton claiming the Terminator franchise has been done to death? I didn't know she said that, but she's right.
Yeah, she's not wrong.
What's bad is though, they probably told her that they're never going to use her again or whatever. And then now she says it because she's like, I'm not going to fucking get employed anymore.
So,
I think the Terminator movies have been done for like 20 years or 30 years, really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when exactly it jumped the shark. I don't think it was until that Christian Bale one where I was like, I'm hopping off this fucking train because you can kind of see where it's going.
I would go with 3 when you go Talk to the Hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, 3 was
I don't
bad,
need no
but it's
Terminator
still...
say talk to the Hand. While he goes to this
he had the fucking
strip
glasses
club
on, yeah, with the stars on them or whatever, like trying to riff off of part 2.
Like, yeah.
It was pretty bad. Mediocre movies out there. What's the last outstanding movie y'all have seen?
I like The Iron Claw.
I haven't seen that yet.
I know
it
fudged the fats, which is, I understand that's an issue for people, but as a movie, I really liked The Iron Claw.
I did too. I just hated it would have been a perfect movie, man, if they'd have got anybody else to play Ric Flair.
Oh my God, that guy was terrible.
He didn't nothing about him, like not the way that he looked, talked. He couldn't even do the woo thing. It sounded like completely like
it was horrible.
I was like, why? Like, did this guy know somebody in the production team or something? Like, it was crazy.
Not to defend that guy, but there's only one Ric Flair. Nobody can do Ric Flair.
They could have got anybody, man.
No, I mean, no.
They could have got
somebody.
It would have never worked. It never would have worked.
They could have got Jay Lethal in it. Shit, I would have liked it better than that. Like anybody, have him voice over the guy or something. Shit. I just took me completely out of it for that period. Like when they showed that, like I was
agreed,
like,
yeah, that was pretty awful.
The guy they got to do Harley Race was like fucking. I thought it was good. Harley Race.
Yeah, he was spot on. I agree.
I don't know why they couldn't do that with Flair. Like that's probably the biggest star that anybody would recognize from that movie in terms of, and they just got that guy. But anyway, it is a great movie.
I knew you were gonna say as soon as you said one thing, I'm like, it's got to be the Ric Flair. That's what
That's what. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that though.
Well, when you see it, Wes, you'll be like,
I've seen photos of the guy. Yeah, he doesn't look like Ric Flair at all.
He doesn't sound anything like, or even try to. It doesn't seem like really.
Yeah, his voice is worse than the way he looks too.
Yeah.
I think for me, When Evil Lurks was the one that I saw recently where I was kind of blown away by it.
I'm trying to think of something more recent, but Last Night in Soho was one of the more recent ones that I really, really liked a lot.
That was really good. It's a shame it bombed at the box office, but it was a great movie.
Yeah. Like not everybody can use I think it really takes talent to use like period piece music and use it correctly and make it work with the movie. And he really did do that well.
Yeah.
I have not seen this movie, but everybody in the world's been talking about it. Poor Things.
Not yet.
I haven't seen it.
Sally, yes, I have.
What'd you think?
A lot of people love it. I thought it was just the initial idea of like, okay, a girl dies, they dig her up, so they put the brain of her unborn fetus into her brain, and then it's like 2.5 hours of her trying to find sex, but she's got the mind of a kid. I just thought the whole thing was just like, fuck this fucking movie, man.
That sounds like something somebody will ask us to review at some point.
It does.
A lot of people liked it. That's cool. It's like 2.5 hours long. Wasn't for me. It's not my taste.
I'm gonna let CK take this next question. Do you guys think Chris Tuckman sucks now?
Yes.
Did he ever not fucking suck?
I'm not kidding either. And people like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Like I looked him up and I'm like, okay, because I was thinking he was the sweaty guy, but the sweaty guy is Dum Dums, right?
Yeah, the sweaty guy.
There's so many of these guys that I don't watch their shit. I don't really know who they are. I've heard the names, but whatever, man. He's a reviewer that doesn't want to review movies anymore, I think is the gist of it.
No, he doesn't want to be negative, so he only going to review movies he likes.
Positive reviews is all you're going to see from him. Which that's most of the internet now anyway.
Yeah.
The thing with Chris Sutman is that he wants to just be a filmmaker. He's making movies. He doesn't want to row the boat on Hollywood. He wants to get his pictures taken. He wants to hang out at the parties and not rock the boat and screw his chances up. If he's too mean, then you can't suck up to people. You're too mean. I don't care I'm an asshole. I'm proud of it.
That's what I was saying. Like certain reviewers, yeah, they're ones that's based in Hollywood. Their reviews are made with the fucking $4,000 camera. They're using the highest equipment available that they can use. They're in 4K. Their shit looks like something that would be on, national television.
Mm-hmm.
And they're basically in the Hollywood system. I think a lot of these people are. So, I mean, hell, people like us and Rambo and Mark, we're never going to fucking be Hollywood filmmakers. So, I mean, I would, viewers should listen to people like us instead of these, Sutmans out there, sweaty motherfuckers, sweaty dum-dums.
Sweaty dum-dums. Oh, God.
So yes, I think Hopium sent a super chat. Thank you, Hopium. Didn't they say? Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Super chat should be starred there. Let's see.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
I hope not, or just don't make the movie at all. But that'd be even dumber.
I didn't hear that, but who knows these days?
You know, Stuart, make it so it could be laughed at, and I can, make fun of it. Go ahead, make it so it could suck. Be my guest. We'll make fun of it. Keep making crappy movies, but get more fun for us. Go ahead. Burn it to the ground.
That's true.
More fun for us. More fun. More stuff to talk about. Make fun of you losers in Hollywood.
And I want to put a guarantee out here too. Chris Sutman will never review the new Spawn movie.
No.
No, it's like he didn't.
Tommy Hatcher wants to know what the meaning of life is and where aliens come from. Mark, go.
The meaning of life? That's such a broad question. I don't know. What does your life mean to you? Isn't that more subjective?
Don't get high in your supply. Right, Mark?
Sure. That's always a good piece of advice.
Be excellent to each other. And aliens come from your eyes.
I drop a few aliens off every morning.
He beams them down out of the mother lobe, baby, the mothership.
They plop down every morning, boys, the same time.
No matter where you go, there you are. There you go.
Sweaty Dum Dum sounds like an adult film.
It does. That's kind of a nuts month. I saw your video when you talked about the other releases. I've never heard of any of those movies. Uncle Bill, when you did
I don't think I had either. Like, I think Singapore Sling is the only one that I'd actually fucking heard of. And that's just because Synapse released.
When you said that, I thought it was like a finishing move for wrestling, the Singapore Sling.
That'd be a killer.
Grace Holly's finisher.
Dick Fitzwell does say we need more Curly Jaws movies. We do, man. Like, that's a market that's
not really.
That's
not really.
Not tapped enough.
Oh, Curly Jaws.
I love more Curly Jaws, but
he's kind of he's doing his own thing, and I don't even know if we really want to talk about what his own thing is nowadays.
I'm not sure what he's doing. I haven't seen him do anything forever.
I do remember a post on Discord from him.
He fucking killed Matt.
Because I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I don't think we want to go that deep, boss.
Yeah, we can't mention that on here.
I'm sure it's got something to do with his other channel that he's got on another platform.
Another platform's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We love old Curly Jaws, though.
Here's a good follow-up question from Black Peter. Has Garrett Born to Be Red channel grown too big for him to be on his bed? Yeah. He's too fucking big for us anymore.
I mean, he's booked all the time with the You, Me, and DVD channel on YouTube.
God, motherfuckers booked more than Andre the Giant back in the Territory days. So I don't know. You, Me, and DVD is a great show. Bro.
You, Me, and DVD is a great upcoming YouTube channel.
Yep.
Cool.
Y'all remember Freddy's Nightmares?
I do. It wasn't that great.
Mm-mm.
I just remember the pilot Toby Hooper did. I think that's all I remember.
That sticks out the most, yeah. No More Mr. Nice Guy, I think it was called.
Is there a reason why they never got it in official release? Like a rights issues, I guess.
I don't think it's a rights issue because like they had it at one time. It was on Warner Brothers streaming side or something like that, and they had it up there. But like I think the big thing is it was one of those shows that was shot on film but edited on video. So I mean, they could put it out, but it would look like a shitty VHS rip or something like that, and it would be a lot of money if they still have the original film elements, but it would cost them a lot to go back and re-edit those on film and all that, so they probably just don't want to fool with it.
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear what well, Slippy's probably answered that question before, but he should suggest it to Vestron. I mean, why not? Could be their first TV series they put out. I'd buy it.
I'm sure. I mean, a lot of people would buy it. Just release it as is and have it marked down a little bit. I'm sure people would buy it.
Yeah, Shout Factory pretty much did the same with the Elf, that TV show, because that was shot on a similar way and just released the set.
Horror that you want to get a Blu-ray that's not popular or talked about. I guess on Blu-ray.
Okay. Murder by Phone.
Yeah.
I'm trying, damn it.
I mean, there's always ones we talk about constantly. Like Cheerleader Camp is one that'll probably never ever get released, but that's one that needs something.
I could see Arrow putting that one out in the future.
Trick or Treat. Be a good one if it come out.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, like when it comes to like these Grail horror movies, most of them are already out. Like, is there anything gigantic that has not gotten any sort of release that's horror? I can't really think anything.
No.
When you say gigantic,
like that big like White Whale movie that people are always like, is there one movie that a lot of people are clamoring for that has yet to receive that Blu-ray release? I don't think.
I mean, I don't like the film, but people always talk about that movie Blood Beach.
Yeah,
I don't like
one
it,
that's been stuck on VHS forever. There's a lot like
although
that.
I wouldn't call it gigantic either, so that's pretty.
I mean, of the films that are like, even the slasher films, even the slasher films that are like kind of well known, there's not many of those left that don't have some sort of release. Like,
they should do the Jeff Burr Scarecrow movie from the mid-90s. There's a lot of cool practical effects in that one.
That's already out on Blu-ray.
Is it?
Yeah, all the films released it a while back.
Is it still in print though? I know their stuff always goes out of print.
I don't know.
It's probably out of print.
Yeah,
more than likely.
All the films don't count. Bulls, come on. They really shitting like 5 copies of it.
I've got a copy of that. That one's actually pretty good.
Fright Night 2. That's somebody mentioned that as being the other one that always gets talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Dick Fitzwell, been a member for 6 months, says Deadpit on the road for Rad.
Rad. So didn't re-release?
Did they remake Rad?
I don't think so.
That'd be cool if it did.
Dick's been smoking a little bit tonight, probably.
I heard some It doesn't need a proper 4K release because of the second sight version, but it's never had a proper release in the States. And I heard like there's been a bunch of rumors here lately that it's going to get released like in the US, like a 4K. I don't know.
Well, I'm not going to say who told me, but we may be hearing about that really, really soon.
Yeah. So, I mean, if it's Dawn of the Dead, I'm going to buy it, even though I'm sure the second sight release is, you know, not going to be top because it's fucking killer. But, like, I'm going to buy anything Dawn of the Dead. I don't care what it is when it comes out.
Dawn of the Dead.
Dead.
What about Day of the Dead, man? They haven't done anything for Day.
They haven't done a 4K for that. Yeah. I don't know why.
That's the only one of the original trilogy. It's not in 4K.
No, Felcher ain't gonna tell us shit. I know it wasn't him. It wasn't Felcher.
It wasn't Felcher. We can't give all the resources away though, because that way, you know, we can still say, I heard through the, you know, it makes it sound like we're sort of a big deal still.
Through the grapevine.
We need to earn us 4K set. I agree.
I agree.
That'd be cool.
Damn Skippy, yes.
Who owns
Also
all the
need a-
Ernest stuff though? Is it the same studio or is it different?
What
Well,
is
there was
that?
Touchtone.
That's what I was.
I think
that's what I was thinking.
Disney owns. I think Disney owns. So you ain't getting it.
Didn't
there was
Disney have?
Touchstone.
Didn't they sign some sort of deal with like Sony about physical releases or something? Right?
Oh,
Wasn't that in the last
maybe.
couple weeks? Somebody in the chat maybe
That's
knows.
true.
What the hell?
That's true.
March 21st, Rad is covered out to theaters.
It ain't gonna be coming to any theater near us.
No, we'll have to drive 4 hours to get to see it. Bog Zombie, you enjoy Fatal Games because I did. A lot of people hate on that movie, but I don't hate on it. I don't hate on it, Mark. Don't shake your fucking head at me, Mark. He uses a javelin. Fucking javelin.
The
That was
print
fun
on
for
that
what
is
it was.
rough looking too. By
Thank
the way,
you.
I did watch some of that.
Yeah, it was a rough transfer. I'm not gonna lie, but I thought the film itself was like the ending, especially, was kind of like unique enough to make it above those other fucking slasher films, like let's say Terror at 10 Killer, which can suck my ass.
I'll say it's better than that last one we just got. What was it? Is it Deadly Games or something?
Was that the
Or
Arrow
is it
one?
Fatal Games? No, the Vinegar Syndrome one.
Fatal Games.
Yeah.
Fatal. That's what the one I'm talking about.
No, what was the one that when we were on here before and you showed it, and then Mark's like, "Oh, I got it. God damn it!"
That
And he
was
showed
Fatal
it.
Games, I think.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Was it?
Do you think a 4K of Deliverance would sell? I really don't.
I don't think
No.
so.
Even though, like, I really do like that movie.
I mean, that's not to say they would never do it, right?
Yeah, I mean, they probably will at some point. They haven't already.
Yeah, there's a fucking 4K of Sweeney Todd, boss. So,
is there any news on Argento's Inferno or Opera on 4K yet? Those were the two that Severin was supposed to be working on, or Opera was the one Severin was supposed to be working on. I don't know which one was doing Inferno.
I don't know what the deal is with Inferno. Arrow did the Blu-ray of that probably 10, 12 years ago.
I know that the Opera's coming out soon from Severin. I do know that from like a lot of people mention. I don't know anything about Inferno though. Let's see. Yeah, this is a good fucking question. I would love to know the answer to, but we don't have anybody I don't think that'll tell us. When is that Hitcher 4K coming out?
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this year.
Dude, that's another one though. But that should have been out like way long time ago. Like I don't know. They said what was going on with it and everything, and I mean they're trying to keep people updated. But damn, man, like that thing's been
something
going on
about
forever.
trying to get the print right or something. Yeah.
At some point, people just stop.
They're
giving a fuck.
perfectionists over there. That's the thing. Like whenever Second Sight gets something out, most of the time it's like nothing's going to top it.
Mhm.
You know. So whenever it is finally released, I mean, it may take a while, but it's not. They're not going to let us down. I don't think.
Yeah. I don't know if we have an itinerary for Whorehound. I don't really think we know what the fuck we're doing.
Well, we finally got a room.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
there's
we know
that.
we're going, but
I don't do itineraries, man. I hate shit like that.
well, yeah, part of that too is that we used to do that kind of thing. Like we used to try to plan out like what we were going to do and who we were going to get and everything. But we're really, I don't think either one of us are planning on getting anybody except Eli Roth, as far as I know, or picture with him.
Yeah, I'm done like with autographs and stuff like that. I mean, I could get, a couple more autographs on my Blair Witch Project poster, but it's $60 a pop or whatever the hell it's going to be, man. That price is just not. Yeah, I'm used to $20 a signature, so unless it's that, I don't have any interest.
Uncle Bill, I know you have, but CK, have you ever met Raimi? He's at the show, right?
No, I've never met him.
Is he one you might be willing to shell out for?
I don't know.
The problem with him is though, like if his line's anything like it was at fucking that Comic-Con that I was at, like you'll be waiting a couple hours at least.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Let's see. When is the Kickboxer 4K coming out? I don't know. We haven't heard yet. Well, this is a
I don't think they've
question.
had a press release or anything of it yet officially, have they?
What is the worst Vinegar Syndrome release? Jesus Christ, man. That's
probably a movie that I don't have. I'm glad not to own it, whatever it is.
Most of them.
There's a lot of really bad ones. I'm not gonna lie.
Like 90% of them.
It'd be hard to pinpoint just one, really. They're all, a lot of them, I'd say.
Flesh Eater?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Master of the what was it called? Master of the World. Was that the caveman movie where there's literally no dialogue in it at all?
Yeah. That's pretty bad. I mean, I'm not lying when I say Tarantino is one of the worst slashers I've ever seen.
What about Last Gasp? That's one they can't hardly give away.
They can't throw that at you and get you to get it. Yeah. They're trying to put Velcro on it and throw it at people to get them.
Black Peter said Last Gape. No, that wasn't right. It wasn't called that.
That's a different movie.
They probably had that out through the Miscellany or whatever the hell it is. Sub-label.
That's an old Curly Jaws movie.
What movie can you remember, I guess, after you watched it that made you say, what the fuck did I just watch? What's the last one you can remember? That'd probably be easier to.
Skinamarink.
Same. Or that other one, that Outwaters movie.
Oh, God.
That might be the last one because I watched it after.
Matt, have you reviewed Outwaters yet?
I've never seen it. No.
Oh, shit.
I've heard you guys talk about it. I guess for me, the last one was Monstered. That was request.
We know that one well. Yeah.
There was all kinds of. Oh God, there was another one. I can't even say the name of it. I guess I probably shouldn't. It's a zombie movie.
Gotcha.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For me, I hate to keep bringing this movie up. It seems like every stream we've done, like in the past couple of weeks, I've mentioned it. That movie Trauma from 2017.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any. If you say that, then I don't really have any interest in watching that movie because I don't want to be like,
just don't
fucking, tortured
It's-
from the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's way worse than Serbian film. It's It's got every depraved act in it known to man, and a little bit more. I'll just say.
Mm.
CK, you tell us this because, like, I don't know when we're planning on doing this now.
Well, I think we said Thursday if everybody can do it.
Yep.
I've had a chance to catch back up on a lot of those films now too, or watch them again, and that's going to be a hell of a show, man. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Wait, did you finish Yoga Hosers yet?
I'll never finish that movie. I'll never. I tried to finish it. There ain't no fucking way, man.
You might like the ending.
Sorry about that.
It's difficult. Yeah, I think I got a half an hour into it and I turned it off. But I might try to finish it up. I mean, who knows?
Well, damn it, I finished watching yet, and Carter did. He requested you guys do it. I ain't finished it.
Well, I'm glad you did. I'm sorry, Carter. You fucking have your money, like half your money back if you want, but like I'm never watching that movie all the way through.
Well, we don't have to like dissect the movies. Hopefully not. Because I'm not going to do that with any of them, especially the later ones.
What I did watch all the way through, which was like pure fucking torture, was Cop Out. I watched that again all the way through.
Yeah.
I prayed that I never have to do that again.
I didn't even attempt to watch that. That was one where I was like, nah.
I watched Chasing Amy, the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I'm not watching Clerks 3 again. I know what happens. I get it. Cop Out, like just every bad fucking film you can think of, really, except for Chasing Amy.
I did rewatch Yoga Hosers and Jay and Silent Bob reboot. So, because I didn't remember them, and now I wish I didn't remember them. So thanks, Card Attention, for that.
Well, here's an interesting fact, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Tony's working Raimi's table next weekend at Monster Mania. Oh, Monster Mania.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
That's awesome.
Sweet. He's going to be busy then.
Make sure you steal his wallet. Start packing.
I think well, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know how it works with big people like Raimi, but usually like the assistants at the table has the cash most of the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm saying. A little kitty there. There you go. So I was just seeing the CT. I saw the little cat come by. I'm like, kitty.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what this comment means, but please tell me somebody didn't request you watch Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, and I reviewed it. Yeah. It's uploaded.
Well, I feel like people are just fucking with you at this point. When you watch stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't know what else to say, but I did a review. It's up. Yeah, I don't care about fashion. I don't care
Really?
I'm surprised with this spiffy flannel shirt, but fashion ain't for me. Girls whining about her boyfriend being like, "How dare you have this rich job?" And it's just stupid movie, man. And somehow Meryl Streep was nominated for an Oscar for that. Why? Because her name's Meryl Streep. Jesus,
That's such an odd movie request for you, man. I'd love to know like what the deal was with that. Okay,
yeah,
which is
I'm
worse,
for it.
Cop Out or Clerks 3?
Clerks 3.
That's tough, actually.
For me, Clerks 3, because I really like the first Clerks. Cop Out, at least, is its own stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like Clerks 1 and 2, and this kind of... Anytime I watch Clerks 2, I'm like, oh yeah, that happy ending.
Exactly.
Nah. Alien 3 of comedies, I swear. It's Alien 3 over again for me, man.
Or Glass. Because I love Unbreakable and Split, but Glass ruins it. It's so bad.
Yeah, let's just have the lay in your baby die off screen. That's such a great way to start a comedy.
Right.
Baby death.
Yeah, it's a comedy. Like it's the most downer comedy movie of all time, I would say. Clerks 3.
And I know we'll get into it Thursday, but like the ending, What's the message? He just give up on life because it's better that way. You just give up on life. You're sitting watching your life. Yeah, just give it up. Just die.
Yeah,
His wife tells him to die, pretty much.
That's true. That whole sequence, man, always kills me too. With that,
is that what she says? I mean, we'll get to Thursday, but like, no, go ahead, die.
Well, literally, like, wasn't it 20 minutes earlier in the movie, the same character was like, "Oh, you've got a lot more life to live," or something, right? Doesn't she say that?
Like, but then she sees what he goes through, and she's like,
you,
"No, just
good.
die, piece of shit." I think, honestly, I think Cop Out's worse for me. Like, I had a really hard time because it doesn't make any fucking sense, man. It just rambles on, like, goes on and on and on, and you can tell Bruce Willis don't know what the fuck he's doing, like, there or anything like that, and cannot, like, keep up with Tracy Morgan whatsoever. Like, it's just, and Tracy Morgan's not even really good in it. Like, there's nothing really good about that. I mean, Tracy Morgan is the best thing in that movie, and it's still not really good, if that makes any sense.
I thought Tracy Morgan was the worst thing in that movie. He annoyed the hell out of me. I'm like,
that's what I'm saying, though. But Bruce Willis is just fucking sitting around, like, he's not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, you got music from Fletch that they stole.
Well, that's good. Have you seen the Japanese horror movies Evil Dead Trap 1 and 2? And if so, what is the verdict and which is better? I don't think I've ever seen those movies.
The first one's the best.
Who put those out? Somebody put those out, Mark.
I want to say Unearthed.
Unearthed, yeah, I think they did.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I've never seen those.
What the hell happened to Sean William Scott, by the way? Is he acting anymore at all?
That's a good question. Didn't he do a horror movie like a few years back? I remember him doing a serious like horror movie like that he starred in as like he was a killer or something in it. And the performance looked good. I never saw the movie though.
Don't know.
I haven't seen that dude in anything in forever. This is an interesting one.
Blu-ray Addict's just trying to start shit.
Do you think Escape Plan Trilogy is Stallone's worst franchise? I forgot that was a fucking trilogy.
There's a trilogy? I didn't know they made 3 of those.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then yeah.
You got Batista in one of those sequels. Which one was it, Rambo? I can't remember.
I think he was in both Escape Plan 2 and 3.
Oh, he was in both? Okay.
And 50 Cent in all 3 of them.
Oh, yeah.
50 Cent.
Oh, boy.
I mean, honestly,
and the third one, the bad guy on the third one is he started in Idle Hands. What's his name?
Oh, you talking
Devin
about
Sawa?
Yeah, he's the bad guy. He's the main bad guy in the third film, and Stallone beats his ass in a prison cell.
What an odd choice for a
That is weird.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What is I mean, in all honesty, what's the best horror remake of the early 2000s? Is there
early
one?
2000s?
If you had, I guess there has to be one that's better than the rest of them.
Early 2000s remakes.
It's not a lot of good stuff to choose from at all.
I mean, the obvious answer would be Dawn of the Dead, but it's not very good towards the end, to be honest. Like the opening.
House of Wax is good.
House of Wax is good.
House of Wax is pretty good. The Hills Have Eyes remake. I'm not a fan of that one. I know a lot of people are. I don't.
I'm one of them, but I'm partial. I star in the movie because I know people are like, "You look like that guy when you had hair." I did. I had the shirt and everything. So I'm like, beat the hell out of mutants. I'm like, I'm down for that. So I was going to ask for Hills of Eyes remake. I saw it in the theater. Right. I just love the revenge third act. It's like a spaghetti western. I love that aspect of it. I got a kick out of that stuff. That bloody revenge thing.
Yeah, Last House on the Left remake was pretty good, but that was like what? That was late 2000s.
2009.
Right? Yeah.
Or 2010.
Mm.
God, there's so many horrible ones though. That'd be an awesome list to do. We should rank all those horrible early 2000s remakes. That would be amazing.
That'd be a big list.
Alex Sanchez says, "What's your favorite 90s TV show? The X-Files, Millennium, or Buffy?" I think that the three of us probably.
X-Files, of course.
Yeah.
Brimstone. No, I'm just kidding. X-Files.
Millennium's great too. Very underrated.
Freaky Links.
Oh,
The
we got a $10 super chat now, boys.
The Fog remake, I think, is probably one of the worst for sure. I think we could all kind of agree with that.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
That's got to be up there. Yeah. I don't know what this is. Is it like a super sticker or something?
Super duper sticker.
Super sticker. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not a super chat.
Thank
but
you,
yeah.
Clifton. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Clifton. Thank you.
probably one of the worst remakes I saw was the Hitcher remake. I just got every single thing wrong that the original did right.
Yeah.
I don't think it needed 9 Inch Nails. I will fuck you Latin animals during a damn chase scene. And Shaun the Beanie Baby.
That's a good example, though, of one of those remakes that's just completely forgettable. Like, it's almost like it was never made, really.
Yeah.
You know,
another one
Michael
like
Bay
that
produced
I
it. Makes sense.
absolutely hate is the Stepfather remake. And people forget that one even exists, but it's god awful too.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Prom Night is pretty awful. Yep, that was a big hit too, and didn't that make a lot of money?
Yeah.
Not, but it might have.
And the killer's just like
Probably.
a guy in a baseball cap. That's it. That's the only reason he's just got a baseball cap.
It's that guy from That Thing You Do, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Sean
he in
William Scott or something in his name?
Is it?
Not
No,
Sean
what
William
the fuck
Scott.
was that?
No,
What the fuck?
the other guy.
Fuck.
Not
I can't
Tom
think of
Everett
his name.
Scott.
He was like the
He's one of those 3-word name pricks. What's
I
his
can't
fucking
remember.
name?
He was like the wasn't he
And
the
he-
guitar player or something in That Thing You Do?
I think so.
Not the
Was he?
drummer, because that was like that Tom Everett guy. That's the one Uncle Bill's
Tom
talking
Everett
about.
Scott.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
It's a
other
different
guy. Yeah,
And Idris Elba was in that as a cop. And he became a star after that.
I'll tell you,
Wait, Idris Elba?
the Sorority Row remake. The hell's
Oh,
it?
man.
Fuck, yeah.
I forgot
with
that
Bruce
happened.
Willis's daughter.
Oh, that was
Bruce Willis's daughter was in
We
that,
did an
yeah.
On the Road episode for that.
How was it?
I don't even remember. I don't remember.
so
It was
many
the
of
world on fire.
It
I
was
don't remember.
terrible. It was really, really bad.
When did the Nightmare remake come out? God.
2010.
Yeah.
2010.
If that might be
That's the worst
least.
one of the
Yeah.
decade for sure. It's just
Yeah, it was
That
bad.
destroyed an entire like franchise, basically. Just completely brought it to a halt.
Well, what's crazy is at that point in time, there was no doubt Robert Englund could have done a new, he could have done Freddy again. That was a missed opportunity there. Even if it was a remake, they could have still, that would have at least brought it up a little bit.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one too, though, that nobody ever talks about. The Amityville remake, which I actually don't mind, but like,
There's a reason nobody talks about that.
yeah, it's not a great movie.
It's been a while since I've seen that one. I'm not that big into the original Amityville movie, so
I'm not either. That's
Yeah,
why I
me
don't think
either.
it bothered me as much. Like,
yeah.
What about that Omen remake?
Oh man,
I don't even
Fucking
remember that. I know we
Julia
saw
Stiles and
Oh,
Liev
fuck.
Schreiber. Yeah,
it.
That kid, he didn't look fucking threatening at all.
no,
He looks so cute, like, oh, look how cute he is.
Best supernatural slasher. That's interesting.
I will choose Shocker.
It's always
For
a good
me.
choice.
Demon Wind.
That's the way it is.
I'll say Berserker. That's a supernatural slasher.
That's an amazing movie. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the one that I just got from Screen Factory. That's great. It's about like these people go into this church and like somebody comes back to life and possesses them, and then they end up like getting killed one by one. I cannot think of the fucking name of that movie.
Not Superstition. Is that what you're talking
Superstition. Yeah. Yeah.
about? Okay.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of
that's
good
good.
gore in it too, which you
Mhm.
didn't see around that time period that much.
Yeah. It's like a demonic witch or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was cool.
Let's see.
What was
What,
CK's
88?
pick? What was your pick, CK?
Berserker.
Oh, God, I forgot you did say that. Because I'm like, what the hell is Berserker?
Do you want to suck my cock?
Oh, you've got to check out Berserker, man. That's actually a really fun movie.
It's a
It's
great
like-
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buck Flowers is in it doing like the worst Norwegian accent and shit you've ever seen in your life.
Pappy Nyquist was. That's
Yeah.
his name.
Is that the
Pappy
one?
Nyquist.
There's a song. There's a song like "You're cool, dude. You're a cool dude," or is that another movie? Like, there's like a song and it just teaches repeating, "He's a cool dude. She's a cool dude."
I don't think that's
I
it,
forget what movie that was.
but that's a
Oh,
killer
okay.
song, whatever it is.
There's some slasher that had that. He's a cool dude. And she's a cool dude.
Perry fan, I can't think of the 88 films. I picked up a shit ton of them here recently, but I can't think of all of them. Like, I've got a shelf behind me full of them.
I got the Anaconda set. It was going out of print. And I just thought it was really cool. I always like the first two movies. They're not the best, but they're still fun time wasters.
Go with that one.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun.
Like, I know I got Hide and Go Shriek, I think, was one of them. And then I got the Sleepaway Camp movies. A lot of the from the slasher collection line that the 88 films does. I got a bunch of those.
I haven't gotten anything
Well,
recently from either one of those companies, I don't think.
Let's see here.
Chris C's a big Jenny Ortega fan.
Hell yeah. Maximum Overdrive or Final Destination?
Final Destination for me.
I can't not say Maximum Overdrive just because AC/DC does the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Max Overdrive, of course. You got bazookas, you got Emilio, you got killer green goblins and ice cream trucks. You got kids turned to pancakes. You got
That fucking Lisa Simpson girl, it's aggravating as fuck. You want to smack the fuck
She
out of
is. She is an awful
come
character.
on,
Curtis,
Oh,
are
man.
you dead?
Curtis? Yeah, just through the whole fucking thing. You're right. That is like a brutal character in that movie. That's tough to
Yeah.
watch.
Love Maximum Overdrive, though. Could always watch that one. Final Destination's not bad, though. I remember
think
seeing the first one.
sequels hurt the first movie though, because there's so many of the sequels. Most of them sucked. But if you really go back and just watch that first movie as a standalone movie, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I thought that was a killer idea back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea what to expect. Saw it in the theater when it came out, pleasantly surprised. I'm like, this is great. Like, it's a slasher movie where you can't physically hurt or stop the killer. And your deaths are
Right.
predetermined.
Death itself's coming for you both.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Reddick, who wrote the script in Jackson, Kentucky, boys. If you all saw Jackson, Kentucky, you would be like, "What in the fuck?" You know.
Mhm.
So it's a pretty big rags to riches story with him, and we might get him on for an interview at some point in time. I think he'd be a good
Yeah.
interview.
That'd be
I mean,
cool.
Nice.
That's literally like where he wrote or where he lived is probably what? From me, it's probably about 30 minutes. So
yeah,
I mean,
it's Eastern Kentucky for sure.
That was supposed to be an
Okay.
X-Files episode, Final Destination. But they ended up changing it at the last minute, and look at it now. It's a big franchise.
What's
I
funny
actually
is,
really. Oh, go ahead.
well, I don't know if Uncle Bill realizes this or not, but like his family still lives near here. And every year for the Jenny Wiley Festival in downtown Prestonsburg, his ass is down there signing off.
That's true. Yeah, he's a great guy too. He's super nice.
Who's Jenny Wiley?
But
That's
that's the
the-
whole story right there.
Yeah, you'll have to look that up.
Okay.
It's not-
Gotcha. I actually like the second Final Destination. That's
I was
actually my
going to say,
favorite.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. I like that movie a lot.
After
Did
that, I
you-
could do without it.
Dirk wants to know: did y'all order that overpriced House of Doom set, which was the ones with the full?
Is that the
ain't doing
WCW
that.
No.
label?
Did you
That's
say
that team in
WC?
WCW, right? House of Doom.
No, not that.
Hand
House
of Doom. That's a killer song.
Yeah,
What's House of Doom?
it's like Fulci and who else? was it?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it's
the House
two-
series of movies.
two made for TV movies from each. And I know the Fulci ones suck ass. I've never seen the Lindsay ones. Like,
No, the House of Clocks is actually good.
I thought we reviewed that back in the day, Uncle Bill.
I
or
don't remember it.
It's really
there's a lot of
good, and
stuff I don't
it's-
remember from back then.
It's really bloody from what I remember. It was a fun movie.
But I do
Yeah,
know
but
I'm
Mark,
not
we
paying
hate Madian,
$95.
so
What's that?
we hate Madian, so we don't know what we're talking about.
Oh.
House of Cards.
That's true. You motherfuckers.
a bunch of haters, what you are.
It keeps me going. Gives me power. Say with his belly.
Hate. I hate
This
you.
might
I
be
don't
it.
even know you, and I hate you.
So, like, these are none of these are well-known movies, though. It's 4 Italian TV horror movies, and it's retail. Well, I don't know what it's retailing for, but they've got it on sale for $100, right? Isn't it $100 on the Cauldron site for 4 Blu-rays? These are not 4Ks, 4 Blu-rays, $100.
You get your keychain, CK.
You get a keychain.
Oh, yeah.
Gives a shit about keychains. No one, I guarantee there's not one person that uses those keychains. Or I want to meet the guy who does.
They probably collect them though. There's keychain collectors.
I guarantee there is though. If there's people that collect them stupid ass enamel pins, there's somebody that collects keychains. I know.
What about the Scheme Factory stickers? Anybody collect those?
What about the Severance stickers, man? You can't get out of the fucking checkout.
I'm
without-
so mad
Have
though
the-
that like Killer Clown, that Scheme Factory is the one that's coming out with Killer Clowns in 4K. So
How
I've
much is
decided
that?
at this point I'm waiting. I'm hopefully Arrow or Second Sight will do it in the UK.
That's
Because-
one movie though, man, that's like universally like my kids like that movie, Savannah likes that movie, I like that movie. Like I don't know of many people that don't like that movie. Now that I think about it, like it's just I don't know.
I have the Arrow Blu-ray looks amazing that they did a few years ago.
Oh God, what a question, boys. Look here. Eyes Wide Shut or The Shining?
The Shining.
You know what? I actually haven't seen Eyes Wide Shut. I've seen clips. So I adore The Shining.
I like Eyes Wide Shut, but
That's such a different spectrum of film. Like
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess The Shining. I don't know how you can
I guess The Shining because it's The Shining, but I love Eyes Wide Shut though.
That's the way where a lot of people have sex, right? Under cover of darkness or something.
kinda. It's just very, very odd. It's around
Yeah.
Christmas time too, which I think is kind of cool. It's set around Christmas time.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
Ho,
like
ho,
a
hoes.
it's like a big
A lot of hoes.
orgy sequence or something in there towards the end.
So yeah, a lot of hoes. Ho ho ho. For Christmas season.
Sure.
Let's see. Speaking of that set, though, the House of Doom set, is there supposed to be like a standard edition of those coming out? Like, I'd heard somebody say that after that box set.
I'm sure eventually they'll release them individually.
I will be saving my money for, as much as a Severance sucks, I will check out their Bruce Ploitation set. The word is it's going to be April, and there's going to be like 14 movies and a documentary. So
it's gonna be like $500.
Well, my whole problem with Severn is the price of their shit. That's the issue.
Yeah.
If it's not, if it wasn't for that, like the releases themselves are pretty amazing, like universally.
True.
But it's like, fuck.
Now look,
I agree.
Look, you just trying to piss me off. No, I ain't looking forward to nothing Maggie Gyllenhaal does. Unless she lays down in front of the truck.
Nothing wrong with Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Lays down in front of a truck. No, we don't want that to happen. The lovely
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Miss Gyllenhaal.
Somebody's going to pick her up and spike her head like a football, thinking it's, a pickup game.
She's not that ugly. I've seen. She's not that bad.
Listen.
She's not that bad.
She looks like, I don't know how to explain it.
She's not like E.T.
Uncle Bill thinks she does.
Yeah, she kind of is.
I mean, better than all the Botox ladies you see nowadays. Like some of these actresses come out, and I'm like, you look like that thing from Escape from L.A. that Bruce Campbell set you up with. I was just completely deteriorated. But what was that with Bridget Fonda when she came back? And it's like,
that's true. Bridget, what the fuck? I don't know what happened there.
Well, evidently, what's her husband, the composer Elfman or whatever? Evidently, he's crazier than fuck, so he probably had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't hear that.
Well, I mean,
crazy in the way.
Well, didn't he get accused of
He got accused of whipping his dick out and trying to touch people with it and stuff. The typical things that people get accused of.
Hey, just look up some of his live performances and shit too. He's a weird motherfucker. So who knows what's going on there? She probably got 5 Big Macs and just fucking lived for 15 years every day, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh,
yeah,
dude. But seriously though, at one point in time, that was one of the best looking women around. So, but I mean, it's only been her last public appearance before all this was 2010, I think, 2011 or something. So it's not like it's been. I mean, it's been a decent amount of time, but she doesn't look like the same person at all.
She don't look that bad.
She doesn't. I mean,
man, look at these comments.
You don't look that bad.
No, she's not that bad.
You don't look that bad.
She's that bad.
She has that mamaw look.
Yep.
She's not that bad.
What makes her even worse is she just seems like the worst type of person. She's that type of person that would just go to Ulta and then have a spaghetti dinner or something. Just the worst type of just boring ass fucking.
She like the type of person that thinks Larry the Cable Guy's funny.
No, she's more. No, it's like people around here, but she's more
Somebody
like
go to a Kid Rock concert.
Hoity-toity fucking. She listens to opera and shit and enjoys it in non-ironic ways. I don't know. She just something about her.
I bet. You don't say. See, so she looks like a
comment's
foot,
great.
roadkill.
The McRib is back.
She looks like foot, roadkill, McRibs, and the aliens.
God,
that's a tough horror.
The McRib is back. Weren't they supposed to get rid of the McRib last year? Didn't they say it was its farewell tour or something like that?
They say that
know.
about once every couple of years.
Oh.
They need to get rid of it because it tastes like styrofoam mattress or something. At this point, it used
Was
to be
that
fairly
ever
decent.
good?
Yeah, back when it first came out, I thought it was okay, and now it's just like I don't know what the hell they're making that out of now.
Yeah, I think the last time I ate a McRib, I shit like a volcano about 15 minutes after I ate it. And uncontrollably, too. Like, it was one of those where I legit thought I was going to shit my pants. Because it was just, I couldn't control it. So I was like, hey, I'm done with the McRib after that.
By the way, what do you think of In Search of documentary? Since that was what part of the stream was.
Oh yeah,
Did
we
you
didn't
guys
even bring
see
that
or
up.
something?
Yeah, did somebody bring the In Search of... Well, fuck those guys, basically, is what I was going to say. Because, like, it's always something else, right?
Oh, fuck.
And they don't release movies like normal fucking people. Like, they don't get a studio or anything involved. They want to make all the money they can make. So, hey, you dumb motherfucking horror fans, for only $80, you can get the Blu-ray of In Search of Darkness 87. Let's get darker this time, bulls.
Dark Side of the Night.
But they're doing like a documentary series on horror video games.
Anything for $1.
$80. They're doing the sci-fi documentary, $80. They're doing 80s horror, $80. 90s horror, $80.
80s for 80.
Isn't there like a tier system on that though? Like if you
Yeah.
pay so much more money, you can get like your name in the credits or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
The only tier that's lower than $80 is the digital copy version.
Oh, man.
It's like fucking $60 or something like that. Well, I mean, I guess there are people out there that's dumb enough to pay for this shit. But to me, like, why do the documentaries are 6 or 7 hours or something like that a piece, right?
Yeah.
What skill does it take to fucking make a documentary that's fucking like they need to learn how to fucking edit?
Well, the problem with those documentaries is like it's just like random talking heads come on there and talk about the fucking films for like a couple minutes and you get nothing out of it. I don't know who the hell likes that.
There's no technical information. Chances are, if you're a horror fan, you know all this shit already. It's just people giving their opinion on the movie. It's not even really a documentary. It's just a compilation of scenes, like, and they splice in like clips from the movie.
And it's, from what I understand, it's all shit that people should already know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I said this before. Long story short, when that first one started, there was a thing on Air Cool News for all people who remember that website. And it was this thing of, hey, if you want to see an early cut of this, you could review it. I put my name in it. I saw it, thought it sucked. I said my piece. And I don't know how much they listened or not, but I was very detailed. I'm sure they ignored it. But even I thought, this is all stuff like I've heard. And you can also tell they're going to do more parts because they had a rough cut timeline and they specifically took films out that was on the timeline just so that they could make a part 2 and then a part 3 so you could pay another 80 and another 80 instead of getting all the one time. And yeah, you have like whoever the hell that one guy was, just dead meat. Or like a dead fuck.
Yeah, that guy.
He's like, hello there, I've had my fake radio announcer voice, and I'm telling you. Yeah.
People eat that shit up.
Tell
though,
me
man.
stuff.
Just the most
They read
generic.
shit off fucking Wikipedia.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you heard of this movie? Here's my Wikipedia voice. I'm going to talk. I'm like, yeah, I already know. Like,
yeah, they all come out on Shudder later on for free as well. Dick Fitzwell mentioned, and it's true.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And honestly, like a 6-hour documentary, how much rewatchability does something like that even have?
None.
Why would you want
have
to
any
own that?
rewatchability if it was fucking an hour long? Because it's awful.
Yeah.
if it was like Crystal Lake Memories, I do find that interesting because it's about like one thing and they get the actual actors, you get the actual history. Here you get no depth.
Well, it's a real deep
all
dive.
just-
with Crystal Lake Memories, though.
That is a part of these documentaries that I forgot about too. Is there is a bunch of woke fucking them trying to make shit out of some of these movies that has absolutely nothing to do with the movies, and like I forgot about that part. Yeah. Yeah.
They're also doing that Aliens documentary.
They do that.
It's $100 Blu-ray. $100 for a Blu-ray.
I'm shocked.
That's my favorite film.
That more people aren't calling them out for that shit.
But you don't have to pay for it, you loser. God damn it. You don't have to pay for it.
That's their defense.
God damn it. You don't have to pay for it.
Matt, did you ever get any of them emailing you wanting you to help them promote the fucking, because we got an email probably a year or two ago and I just never did respond to it. Like they would give like 20% like per commission or something like that. And I just, I couldn't do that.
No, I'm not big time like you guys. You guys are big time compared to me. No, they don't ask me for nothing. Like I said, we're probably the only people not sponsored by Manscaped or some of those other.
That's true.
Hey, I would sell that shit.
He would. He'd be talking about his balls every week if Manscaped did.
I mean, hell, if they can cleanly shave my balls, it's a damn good item there.
Fuck.
Yeah, Rich, that was a whole other thing. Yeah.
Let's see.
Because I think that I got in a fight with a guy because he promised all this stuff, and none of it was in a documentary. I called him out on it. And what was the word? Like he argued me about the word. I didn't know the meaning of a certain word. Definitive. I asked him, how is this definitive if 80% of the history is missing? He said, well, you don't know what the word definitive means. I'm like, no, definitive means definitive. It means like everything, not 80% missing. And then lo and behold, he got pissed at me. And then they're trying to do another one. I'm like, great definitive. You don't do a part 2. Yeah, that really means definitive. It's so definitive, we need a sequel to put all the shit we didn't put in the first one. It's real definitive.
$80.
We got to sell the damn VPNs, boys. If we ever get
sponsorship. Boner pills.
Boner pills. You know your podcast is success when you're selling boner pills.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Chew, boss.
Yeah, Blue Chew. That's what it is.
Are they remaking Faces of Death? Probably.
They are.
Not.
I think it's a reimagining.
We talked about on the No News is Good News.
Mm-hmm. It's coming out later this year.
Yay.
I'm excited.
That might be the one that gets you back in the theater, Matt. You never know.
Yeah.
You think that's going to theaters?
Oh, it is. It definitely is.
It might go to a couple. It ain't going to be here in Eastern Kentucky, I bet.
Well, good luck with that.
I do remember, there was like a rumor of a remake a long time ago.
Yeah. That's the sad part about it. 20 years ago. Almost.
It wasn't that long ago because we ain't been around that long, but
yeah, it's been pretty close. Probably about 15, 16 years ago. That was a thing.
Saw Dirk in here. They won the horror YouTuber of the month over there. So congratulations.
Yeah. Here's Dirk. And those nominations are up now for the new horror YouTuber of the month.
Cool.
Dirk also wanted to know about like doing a commentary for Donnie Darko. I don't even know if you've ever seen that movie.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've got it, I think.
I mean, that would be.
Which cut of the film would you do? There's 2 cuts.
I have no idea. Is there? I didn't know there was another cut. To be honest,
Whatever cut I've got on Blu-ray, I don't know.
Yeah. Do you have the Arrow one, CK?
No, I've got like I guess it was Fox or whatever the studio was that did it a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but I know the Arrow release that they did does have the director's cut and the theatrical cut on it.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind Donnie Darko, but here's the thing about Donnie Darko that somebody brings up, which is a fair point. Jake and fucking Maggie Gyllenhaal are in that fucking movie.
They're good.
Well,
in
then,
it.
if you want to explore the world of Darko without the Gyllenhaals, you'd have to do a commentary for Darko, the sequel.
Is there a Gyllenhaal less like you know they take out like animal cruelty? Can they take out like actor cruelty and remove both Jake Gyllenhaal and Maggie Gyllenhaal from that movie, and then that'd be probably a great movie.
That's what I was saying. S. Darko. I don't think it has any of the Gyllenhaals in it. See how you like that.
You know, you watch your S. Darko. I'll take Donnie Darko. There you go.
From Darko, that movie.
I remember everybody universally hated that.
Man, they did a lot of movies like that too. You remember they did The Cell 2? Do you remember that one?
Yes.
Oh my god.
They were talking about a theatrical release at the time. I'm like, what? No way. He's fucking terrible.
Yeah, there was a lot around that time.
8mm too. There's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we watching the Oscars? I'm not. I never fucking watched the Oscars.
Was that tonight? I didn't even know.
Mm-mm.
I don't even know any of the movies
Never
that
watched
ever like get nominated anymore.
Barbie's nominated for Best Picture.
Mm.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oppenheimer's got some nominations.
Well, I guess I do know a couple of them. Then.
But the
That's
Iron
weird
Claw
to me.
wasn't.
The Hitcher 2.
Iron Claw wasn't.
We reviewed Hitcher 2 not too long ago.
Oh.
I've been waiting.
Jake Busey, yeah.
Oh God.
Starring Jake Busey's teeth.
Is Will Smith gonna slap Barbie? Yeah. That's gonna be the end of it.
That'd be
Smack the
great.
shit out of him. Yeah. We were talking about this movie the other day. If the Devils were to ever get a Blu-ray release, who do you think would release it? It did get a Blu-ray release, didn't it? It seems like I saw like a foreign.
Maybe a foreign release. I don't think so though. The uncut version's never had an official release. I'm pretty sure of that. I would say Criterion would be the company that I would think would want to do that the worst.
Yeah. Either Criterion or maybe Vinegar Syndrome. They're like the only ones that's got the balls to put that out.
Yeah. Bulls, we're at like 2 hours. We still got a shit ton of people in here. I don't know if you want to keep going or not.
Hell, I don't care. Fuck.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go until 4 o'clock in the morning, Bulls.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We got
You're
super
better
chat.
than the Oscars.
Here, Bulls.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
You guys enjoy The Usual Suspects, Gabriel Byrne and Kevin Spacey, and is it in your Hall of Fame of movies? Oh, and what I guess
Example.
Yeah.
Like
Goodfellas,
Goodfellas, Casino, Pulp Fiction, like those are highly praised.
I can't watch. I'll be honest with you. I have a real hard time watching anything with Kevin Spacey in it anymore and just being like trying to enjoy it on its own merits. Like it's such a weird thing now for me. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
the Kevin Spacey thing though, man, did he ever get convicted for any of that shit?
no, he actually got acquitted, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
So
he did.
I mean, that's a tough one, man, because like I got the feeling that nowadays that some crazy ass could just make something up, which I'm not saying that's what happened with Kevin Spacey. I don't know. And then, a person that's fucking blacklisted, like for a fact that that's probably happened a couple of times with people, that you never hear from them again or anything. So Kevin Spacey, I'm not a gigantic Kevin Spacey fan or anything, but at the same time, he never got convicted for it. So,
yeah, I get what you mean. Like, is it 100% proven he did what he was accused of?
right.
I know he was found innocent, but I mean, we don't have to go on that if that's I know it's a touchy conversation. I just mean, is it he said, she said, or is it like 99% sure? Because I don't know.
I don't think any of us know. Really, it's just weird to me.
Oh yeah.
Because if you take out all that other bullshit, I mean, if you take out all of the stories of like sexual misconduct, there's still a whole lot of stories of him being the biggest prick alive on movie sets. So even that makes me like not want to watch his fucking movies.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't really have a hard time watching his stuff. I could go back to some of the ones that I really like Seven or stuff like that. I mean, it does make you look at movies like American Beauty and his whole role in that a little differently, but I could still watch him. I don't have an issue.
It's still a great movie, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I think somebody asked if I can still watch Victor Salva movies. For some reason, like, it's different when it's an actor versus a director for me, because like an actor, you see them like, you just see them all the time. Whereas a director, you don't, I mean, so every time I see Kevin Spacey, the first fucking thing that comes into my mind is just all that shit. So,
yeah, I mean,
that's
it's a lingering thought for sure. But I could get past it. I mean, it's the same with Benoit, even though with that, we know he did it. I guess the reasons as to why is still always going to be up in the air, but I don't really go out of my way to watch his stuff. If he just happens to be in a match, I'm like, okay, but that lingering thought in your back of your mind, it never goes away.
no,
So I get what you mean, UB.
Yeah, I didn't mind Usual Suspects.
Go ahead,
I wouldn't put it above Goodfellas, Casino. I think those are much better. I think Usual Suspects was okay. And Spacey, I could watch in a couple movies. Outbreak. He gets sick and dies then, so there's that. You watch that, so
For the people that don't like
you
him,
watch Outbreak. So 7, he gets killed. Outbreak gets killed. You watch those movies.
American Beauty, he gets killed.
Yeah, there you go. There's Larry beats the hell out of him in The Ref. You watch that too.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that movie completely. What about Marilyn Manson? What about? I mean, I never.
I wasn't never
about Marilyn Manson.
I was never
anyway.
a big Marilyn Manson fan either. Anyway, so
Yeah,
I like
he was
Manson.
accused of stuff.
I wouldn't watch him if he was right across the street, even if he didn't do that shit.
Clown House, though, man, like there's some, especially if you know what happened on that set, there's some disturbing shit actually in Clown House.
Yeah.
And then, man, also there's some weird shit in Powder too. Like, and that was the movie that he did after he was convicted and served time and everything. I think the real crime there is that motherfucker should have never had a career after that. And thanks to, who was it? Francis Ford Coppola, I think.
Coppola.
Yeah.
That, I don't know what happened there with those guys or what. We'll probably never know, but he should have never had a career after that.
Well, I thought that one of those early films, Francis Ford Coppola, like it was his company, and like he was like a mentor to Victor. So it's like maybe he like did to save his own butt or something. And I agree with you. Like I'd never seen Clown House to this day for those reasons. And like you see, like every film he's done, pretty much, even Jeepers Creepers, the second film. I mean, you have a bunch of shirtless guys sunbathing on a school bus. I've been on a school bus a lot of times. Not one damn time did they get on a roof and sunbathe. That's never happened one time. Or go outside and take a piss 2 inches away from each other, in a row. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get next to this guy and this guy.
We're cross streams
together.
Even though they're in
Never
the field.
done that. Yeah, been a lot of field trips. That's never happened. Just real weird type of school trip. I had never had a bunch of guys take their shirts off and go, I want to sunbathe on the roof of this bus. Just never happened.
Yeah, wouldn't that burn you the fuck up too? Like, because that's like metal
would think
too, basically.
metal.
God,
think.
boy.
That sucks for Clown House though, because that's one I grew up watching on VHS all the time. And I still have a fondness for it, regardless of what happened. But I don't think anybody should make any money off of it, given the history of that project. It just wouldn't be right morally.
Well, that's one that Scream Factory, didn't they announce that at one time, or like they were teasing it, but I think they reneged on it or whatever. I think that was.
I think that was them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I agree, but unless maybe like do it like it goes to like a charity or something, maybe.
But there's scenes in it that are so fucked up that I don't think they could bring it out.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen it, so I
especially
don't know.
knowing what happened on the set, and you literally do see young boy's ass in that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's fucking weird, man.
Okay.
So,
Jesus.
Yeah. I did want to ask y'all a question about something that I saw earlier, though. So, apparently, Ty West has come out and said that he's thinking about doing a 4th film in that series after Maxine. I was curious, like, I mean, do you think he should? Do you think he should end it with that? Like, I mean, where do you think it should go?
It really depends on the idea of where they're taking it. I mean, Maxine seems like the logical endpoint for it, but I don't know. I don't know what it would be about.
I feel like it's based on the fact those movies have done better than they thought they would, and like have a lot of critical acclaim, and they're just trying to, they probably tried to lure him in with some money to do a 4th one.
They've been shooting them very cheaply. They make quite a bit of money. People like them a lot, so
yeah, you should stick with the timeline that original. Don't add anything to it, because when it happens, like that's happened in TV shows and stuff through the years, and it just, I don't know. Like, I think Dexter was that way, right? Didn't they add a couple more seasons onto Dexter because it's so fucking popular? And Breaking Bad was another one. They probably should have ended a couple of years earlier.
I'll disagree on Breaking Bad. I think they ended it at the perfect time, because that was a show that progressively got better, and Dexter was the reverse. With Dexter, they kept going further and further away from the books, and that was the biggest problem with that show. The further they went away, the more they ruined the character, and it sucks because Michael C. Hall was always great. He was great as the character all the way up until the end, but everything around him just wasn't really good. It wasn't working for me.
Can we talk about Jennifer Carpenter too, and how fucking shitty that got towards the end? Remember when she had a crush on? They had that whole incest angle or whatever going on. Like, I was like, what in the fuck are y'all doing? Like, when it got to that point, that show really should have ended before that. Yeah,
I think like the problem, like what season was it with John
Lithgow?
John Lithgow, yeah.
That was season 4.
They couldn't ever top that. Like that was, I don't remember them ever getting close to topping that. So,
yeah, I mean, I just hate it when they brought Julia Stiles in. Everybody shits on season 6, but she was unbearable to watch. I just, not so much because of her specifically, but just her character arc was so weird and lame, in my opinion. I did like Johnny Lee Miller in the season, though. He was cool.
That's another weird looking woman, Julia Stiles. I can't place like a Muppet, though.
I always thought, like, who was the girl that was, there was Julia Stiles and wasn't Erica Christensen? They look almost identical.
Yeah,
and
she wasn't Erica Christensen in Swim Fan.
Yeah.
Is she the one that's in Swim Fan? Yeah.
She was in Traffic, I think, as well. Soderbergh Traffic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking aggravating now because you can't tell them two apart hardly. I'm like, which one was that?
Yes, it did. That was a great movie too, by the way. That movie didn't get enough credit. Dragged Across Concrete.
Did you like the scene where her head exploded?
I did. It was killer. It's actually like the beginning part of the movie.
She's from Kentucky, by the way.
That guy, the guy that directed that movie, also directed Brawl and Cell Block 99 and I think Bone Tomahawk. That's the same guy that directed all those movies.
My God.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Jennifer Carpenter was also in Exorcism of Emily Rose. This is before Dexter, though, right? How old is that? That was before Dexter, I think.
I think it was.
I think it was right. She did Dexter right after that.
Okay.
Oh my God. Will It Follows 2 be any good?
Probably not. Actually, if you're a betting person, I would say probably not, but who knows? I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, I'll give that guy a chance. I like all his stuff, and it is all him. I know he's writing and directing, so we'll see where he takes the whole concept of it. I'm interested in it, though.
I won't give it a chance. Fuck that shit.
God almighty.
Not a fan of Maika Monroe. I could watch her just like fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, she could make
flossing
eggs.
her teeth.
Yeah, I'd watch her in anything.
I never saw Dexter.
Dexter's weird because, like, I mean, the first season's okay, but I think you get into the middle of the second season to really get started with that series, I think.
Okay.
So you gotta stick with it a little while.
I don't know about season 3 though. Fucking Jimmy Smits in there.
You don't like Jimmy Smits?
That was rough. Yeah, that was rough.
Not his performance in that, not really.
Jimmy Smith's come back from LA Law to fucking try to smash it. If there's one movie you've seen, I think I know what Mark's answer is going to be for this, that made you think, I wish I hadn't seen this. What would it be?
Yeah, I kind of answered that earlier.
Yeah.
Clerks 3 was a recent one that I watched. That
Oh man. I mean, Salo probably. Like I could have gone forever without seeing Salo, and I'd be probably better off for it.
Alien 3.
It's okay, Matt. I know you really want to say Megan, but you know, leave.
No, I'd still pick Alien 3. I watched Megan over Alien 3.
God,
there you go.
Skinamarink, yeah, that's a good one, Chris.
Fucking hell, that's just one where like you just wish you had that part of your life back. Did anybody here watch that movie for longer than like 20 minutes though? I mean, we did a commentary for it because we had to, but I mean, before that, did you consciously?
I watched the whole thing.
You watched the whole fucking thing? God, man, that's dedication.
Yeah, I did too, but it was like 4 different attempts.
I didn't because I mean, it's the same thing, really, right? Like you can watch 10 minutes of it and know like what the other however long is going to be.
I mean, I guess the last 15 minutes are a little different, but it don't mean squat. So at least I don't have to watch. You know, I did it once. There's no. Yeah, I think it's just more of my curiosity. Like I'd always be this. I don't know. I'm a sucker for punishment.
I think Carpenter is from California, but then he moved to Owensboro.
I think his family's from New York, from upstate New York. And then his dad moved and got a farm in Western Kentucky, and that's where he grew up.
He got a job teaching at a college, I think, as like a music instructor, something like that. And that's why they moved to Kentucky.
Yeah, a lot of the names are like Smith's Grove or whatever. That's actually a town in Western Kentucky. And there's a lot of other stuff like Bowling Green. I think they talk about that at some point in Halloween, and some other names are, you know, I guess homages to Western Kentucky.
John Carpenter's from Jamaica. We kill it.
He might as well as much pot as he smokes.
I tell you one thing, he really hates Kentucky though. If you ever listen to him talk about like his experiences, you know, around that time growing up in that area, like, yeah, he's talked about like how completely different it was and how he really hated it. So, and I would imagine he probably would because he hates everything else.
So I'm
Except-
curious, since that's where you live, would that sincerely bother you when someone talks like that, since it's where you live?
No, I get it.
Well,
like,
to be fair though, too, like, I mean, it is shitty here in Eastern Kentucky too, but Western Kentucky is like all flat farmland. There's literally nothing. Like there's not even hills. It's just like rolling, rolling fields and cornfields and stuff like that. And it's all like
So like,
yeah, I mean, I could understand it. I can understand why anybody would be bored in Kentucky.
oh, okay.
Seems like he's from Iowa. Why would that? I mean,
That's
he
probably
definitely
not that far of a difference, really. I wouldn't think Western Kentucky to Iowa.
I think he's from
Yeah.
like Massachusetts or something. He said he moved around a lot as a kid because his parents were like traveling carnies or something.
Why did you bring up Iowa? I was born in Iowa. I bring up Iowa for it, man.
Was you bored in Iowa when you were there?
Don't lie, man. You're bored off your ass.
Yeah.
Now. Come on.
Very much.
What about
Unless you like corn.
Boyd Holbrook? Yeah.
Yep.
I've
The
got
stoner.
I've got his mom's cell phone number for some reason. I get calls all the time looking for her. Drives me crazy. He's from right around here.
He comes back here all the time too. I think he was at the Jenny Wally Festival as well.
He was. He got like a key to the city.
Boy,
Come on, boy.
Prestonsburg, son. It's like fucking Hollywood of Eastern Kentucky. All these big stars coming here. Does Hal Holbrook do porn? I think he's done a couple, right, Uncle Bill? You got him now.
Hal Holbrook or Boyd
Yeah.
Holbrook? Goddamn, Hal Holbrook.
Jack
tough
mentioned Hal
to
Holbrook.
watch.
Well, Hal Holbrook's dead now. He finally died, I think.
God, I don't even
But
want to
this is
think
before
about
he
that.
died.
I don't want to see either one.
Oh,
I do
Hal
have
Holbrook probably
several.
comes as much as J Real. It just
J
keeps
Real's like
coming.
fucking Slimer.
Oh, shit.
Oh God.
So what's the deal? Does he still pop his balls out in streams or whatever
Not
happens?
lately. I don't
No.
think so.
That last stream they did, the TMI. Oh man,
I don't ever want to watch that. I didn't watch all
What?
of it. I don't need to go back and try.
What, Mark?
just the content of the topics of conversation. I think CK, weren't you in there? Not on the stream, but I think I saw you.
Yeah,
popping on the chat.
I think I was in there for a lot of it. There's a lot of talk of let's just say what could we say? Semen. He talks about semen a lot.
Or lack thereof from J Real. His gun wasn't loaded apparently.
How the hell? Never mind.
No, don't ask. Let's not.
I was how did
Figure it
that
out.
conversation come about? But I guess I really don't want to.
He volunteers most of this shit. Jay has no shame at all.
Let's see. Hey God. There's a new Texas Chainsaw Legacy movie that apparently got the info leaked.
Oh, God,
Wonderful.
who gives a fuck? Why? Why?
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would be excited about another fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie now. You know,
You guys haven't done a commentary, right? Other than when some of you first saw it? That last one?
No, we have
The chainsaw?
I watched it that one time, that the Netflix one.
Yeah.
No, we haven't watched
But
it.
you guys
other
have...
than-
Okay. So you guys didn't do like a commentary.
Mm-mm.
Well, someone will fix that soon, I'm sure.
Oh God. This is an interesting question. What's the Mount Rushmore of the best horror directors?
You have to put Carpenter on there for sure.
He would be, yeah. I think you have to put Carpenter, and you probably have to put Romero for me.
Wes Craven, he's got to be on there.
I think he might be on there, yeah. And then after that, you're like, there's a bunch of people you could put, but
I
Toby
think
Hooper's the logical, like
Toby Hooper has to be on there just for the first Texas Chainsaw movie. I mean, he did. I think he did some great shit other than that, but like, that's generally known to most as probably the best horror movie of all time, is what most people would say. So just for that fact alone, I mean, he would have to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
I won't complain.
I try to think of who else you would put on that list, really.
Argento.
Mm-hmm.
Cronenberg?
That was the one I was thinking of, yeah, that would be a possible fourth. You know, the only one that really, to me, though, is definitively on that list, no matter what, it'd be Carpenter. I don't know why, but like that's one that I just feel like he would have to be on there.
Yeah, I mean, he's Nick Garris.
Yeah.
Carpenter's just great all around. I mean, even extending past the horror genre, he's just a great filmmaker. Music, writing, all that stuff. I mean, he goes up and down the board for like talent. So you got to put him on.
Uwe Boll.
Uwe, he's got to be there.
What about Hitchcock? I'm thinking of him.
He's not really a horror director, though, is he? I mean, he made
two
horror films.
I don't think it's really. I mean, a lot of those movies were psychological thriller sort of movies.
Yeah, thrillers. Yeah, Rear Window, stuff like that.
I'm sorry, this comment. J-Real's progressively wearing less clothes than every day in the stream. Earlier tonight, it was underwear and a tank top.
Wow,
he's just trying to get comfortable. Oh.
He's working his charm.
You know, you could make a case for Sam Raimi in that list too. I didn't think about that, but Bava. Yeah, I mean, Bava is really like the reason Argento exists. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I would love to say Fulci would be in there, but I mean, he's made some really shitty films.
Yeah,
he just has.
That.
Fred Durst. Yeah.
As the fanatic.
Yeah, that was something. Sure.
It was. Yeah. John Travolta was nuts in that.
Which is the Judd who isn't Ashley.
Well, it would be the only other one that's alive.
Oh, Winonables.
Yeah. No one else on earth. Because the other one's dead.
I thought you were going to say Judd Nelson.
Judd Nelson. Yeah.
Mike Judd.
They've all made some shitty. Alfred all those
Judge,
guys
Judd.
have made some shitty films, but I think that Fulci's go beyond the levels of normal shittiness into a whole other realm.
Oh, yeah.
When they're bad, they're like some of the worst things ever to try to sit through.
Yep.
What is Fulci's worst? It's hard to say, man. What is Fulci's worst movie? I mean, there's a lot of his stuff I still haven't seen.
Door into Darkness, wasn't that his? Was that his movie?
I think is it Door into
Yeah,
Silence or
it's,
something
Door
like
into
that?
Silence.
Silence,
Yeah.
yeah.
God damn, that's fucking bad.
Yeah, that's probably the worst. Just some fucking random guy driving around for like 2 hours.
I mean,
It
to be
feels like
honest,
2 hours.
a lot of those ones like Manhattan Baby's awful, and Enigma is
Yeah.
pretty awful.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Cat in the Brain's pretty fucking terrible too.
Cat
If
in
it
the
wasn't
Brain,
for the
yeah.
gore, like that's the
Mhm.
only thing anybody remembers from that movie. But the rest of it's fucking.
And then that's not even all the gore from that movie. It's from like pieces from like Touch of Death and another movie as well. So
Mhm.
Let's see. Can we talk about Travolta and the Fanatic for a quick second?
I had a great time watching that movie. Me and a buddy of mine watched it. We knew it was going to be bad, but we laughed the entire time. I actually like it for that reason. You don't take it serious. I mean, you can't take it serious.
No, you're right. It almost transcends shittiness. Like it's so, like you could tell they were trying to do something great, and it's just at every turn it's awful. Oh man.
Yeah, he's kind of lost it though, Travolta. He said that was one of his best performances ever. And I'm like, you serious, dude? Come on.
Well, I mean, most actors have lost it, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I mean, he's in his 70s now, right? Travolta. He's pretty up there.
Yeah.
Most of those actors have lost it one way or another.
Darren, look at Darren's.
I see that. I can't post that, but I wish I could. That's another performance that needs to be forgotten immediately.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yep.
What was the last performance that Travolta had that was like at least decent?
I struggle to think of anything he's done since Pulp Fiction where it was like, I mean,
I remember vaguely some of the 90s ones I didn't think was that bad, like Phenomenon. I didn't really care for Michael that much. I love Face Off. I know Rambo hates it, but
they took his face.
That's right.
Nick Cage.
How can you not love that?
They should do though. We were saying is do a remake of Face Off with Tom Matthews and Michael Dudikoff.
Oh no,
they already look identical almost.
What's the movie with Travolta and De Niro where Travolta plays a Bosnian?
Killing Season. I remember that one.
Oh my god, man!
I knew that immediately.
Yeah, because I'm like, how the hell are these two people? What the hell? Robert De Niro was in this?
What a question this is. A better director, Fred Durst or Glenn Danzig?
Fred Durst.
Fred Durst. Yeah. Like Glenn Danzig it's so bad, it's almost like Ed Wood level fucking bad. Like
that that Western movie he did that ever come out? Like it was out in theaters, but did it ever come into Blu-ray or anything?
I don't know.
Because I remember when we were in, this has probably been 2 or 3 years ago. We were in Panama City Beach for vacation, and they had it playing in one of the theaters. I was like, holy shit, really? Yeah, I don't think it ever came out. It was a vampire Western, yeah.
As far as I know, Xenomorphian, he only directed one movie, which was The Fanatic, which we were talking about with John Travolta.
It has better erotica. That's the one with the eyeballs on the nipples.
That was shitty, man.
That's a terrible anthology movie.
Fantastic.
What's worse, that or Peep Show 3? Was that worse or Creepshow
Ain't
3?
nothing. There's really nothing worse than Creepshow 3 to me. Like, talk about
You did have a
hot dog
haunted hot
choking
dog.
people. Yeah.
You do have that at least.
Creepshow 3 is really not a movie, honestly.
It's an abomination of towards God.
It is.
That's what it is.
If you guys can get on Blu-ray, there's plenty of copies left. Scream Factory, there you go.
Any good horror westerns? Yep. House 2.
That's a great one right there.
Mm.
Yeah, I enjoy that. Yeah,
Oh,
I enjoyed the
Caterpillar
Ghost
Dog.
Town from 1988. Ghost Town,
Yeah.
I like that one.
Mhm.
And Way from Dusk Till Dawn, kind of modern, a little bit of Western thing, the bar stuff. Think about it.
This I can't put that, but that's amazing. That's a movie that doesn't get talked about a lot, but I really do like.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm. Yeah, it's pretty decent.
The Creepshow 3 review was the first Deadpit review I ever saw. I remember that review. That was a fun review.
Yeah, it's still up, I think.
Was that one of the ones that you, for that, what was it, a horror channel? Or no, that was just for you. I know some reviews you did for this horror channel. What was up with that horror channel thing anyway? Someone pitched the idea to you?
That's real early on.
Yeah, I don't know if that one was a horror channel review or not, but yeah, that was the horror channel was a pretty big site back like 2005, 2006. And what had happened was a lot of the people from the original horror channel left. They got pissed for some reason or whatever, and started Dread Central. So the guys that were left at the horror channel sent us a webcam and everything and was like, hey, you guys should do some reviews for us or whatever. And I mean, it's kind of how it started. We never did get paid anything, but we got the webcam. So I guess that got us started on YouTube.
Cool.
They didn't pay them cheap fucks.
Fuckers at the horror channel, boss.
The movie Ghost Town's a horror western that no one talks about. That was released by Scream Factory, I think, but it's out of print and you can't get it anymore at all.
Yeah.
Pay $200
Yeah,
for it.
it's a slow burn, but I like it. I like the idea. Like, it's a modern guy in a Western in the past. The idea that he can only use weapons from that time to kill the other ghouls. Like, I like a couple of the ideas in there.
Yeah, and the effects are pretty killer too.
Near Dark.
Yeah.
And From Dusk Till Dawn. I don't know if From Dusk Till Dawn's a Western, really, but they're both, I guess, like modern kind of Westerns.
Yeah.
Ravenous, that was interesting. The cannibal one, Ravenous.
Yeah. Guy Pearce and I think David Arquette's in there.
Yeah, he gets eaten.
Yeah.
And I like John Carver's Vampires, but I love James Woods in that. He's hilarious. Come on, Priest, you got a little mahogany? Huh? You got a little chubby there? I love James Woods.
That's an interesting question. Who played the best Dracula?
Leslie Nielsen. No.
Right.
Oh, that's kind of a hard question.
Well, Lugosi's
For me,
the
I
one
would-
that's been the most, ripped
Yeah.
off or
Imitated.
whatever. That's like
Mhm.
the definitive Dracula.
True.
I like Gary Oldman walking around with that fucking bun on his head. I
Yeah.
am Dracula. Keanu Reeves and his fucking accent.
What about Gerard Butler in Dracula 2000?
Yeah, I mean, there's that. Screen
We're gonna
Factory's
get the
putting that
Blu-ray
out.
of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
they are.
Remastered.
They're putting it out this month if you want it.
Yeah.
somebody got me the DVD of that like years ago when DVD was like first coming out. I was like, I'd never seen it, so I'm like, this is gonna be awesome.
That's when everything had 2000.
Yeah.
Christopher Lee, yeah, he's always great.
The guy from the Monster Squad did a pretty good job.
That's what I was thinking, but I can't remember his name. Wasn't it Duncan
Ryder.
Reader, right?
Yeah.
Reader, yeah. Maybe Blackula.
I don't
Can't
know.
They're
talk about that.
Blackportation. There you
Uncle
go.
Bill don't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Blackportation. They're Blackula.
Is Blackenstein
Blackenstein.
exploitation? I guess it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Blackula is. Yeah, Blackenstein, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Black, or whatever it's called.
Mhm.
Is there really one called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Black?
The Black Wolf Man.
That'd be so
I don't
cute.
know. There might be. I don't know. But that would be a good title.
Yeah.
Black Wolf
Well, they
Man.
did that Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde from the 90s where the guy turns to a woman.
Yeah.
Dr. Jekyll and
man.
Miss Hyde.
You have some deep dives on some of this shit.
That's what I'm here for. I've seen too many. Oh, vampires with a Z.
Black Ferratu.
Black Ferratu, yeah. Good about that.
Vampires.
Vampires.
Wasn't
so killer.
was it Sticky Fingers in that one, or am I
Yeah.
thinking about it? Is it okay?
Vampires.
Maybe.
There was all kinds of like urban horror movies, like in like 99, 2000, like that.
Pauly Shore's in here, y'all.
Hey, Paulie.
I would die to see these guys watch Medea movies. Now you got me thinking. Okay. Dr. Jekyll.
Shivers is a good. I like Shivers a lot.
Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of that got a steelbook from
Yeah.
Walmart. Shivers.
Oh,
No, it's not. Dracula 3D is not the worst Dracula movie.
it's close.
How dare you? How dare you? He
Vampires.
turns into a
close.
killer praying mantis, bulls. Now fuck.
Well, I don't think Eddie Murphy was technically Dracula in that, but
No, he wasn't.
no. I could
There
watch
is-
it though.
did say it.
It's so bad, like I could watch it.
There is a Dr. Black. Okay.
I wasn't being serious, but well, there you go. Stole my idea.
Here's a question.
Like them.
This is actually a good question. Is Leprechaun in the Hood a black exploitation film?
It kind of is.
Yeah.
It
That's what I was
fits all the it checks all the boxes for one.
Yeah. Horrible one, but yeah.
You don't like that one?
I love that movie.
I hate every single Leprechaun movie ever made. I despise it.
Well,
I could
damn.
maybe watch the one with his space, just Joanna Man's in it, but I despise every Leprechaun movie. man.
Can Mikhail do this?
God, that's fucking.
You
That's
got
when
to-
you know the series is falling apart. He
Yeah.
shows up. Fucker was in one of them Ernest movies too.
Super chat for says, I think he means, do you guys like Tombstone and did Val Kilmer deserve an Oscar?
I wouldn't say
so.
Oscar,
I
but
think he
did a good
deserved a
job.
nomination.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I think that's
Yeah.
one of the best performance. He's completely stole that movie, man, from anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so far.
That was a big, big movie when it came out.
Yeah, I love Tombstone. Great cast. I mean, Crow Russell, Michael Biehn, Powers Booth, Bill Paxton, Sam Elliott. It's insane. And the making of that film, because they had one director and then they fired him. And then George Cosmos, was there just, but he didn't really direct it. It's really Crow Russell and everybody else who directed it. And that was the same time that Kevin Costner film Wyatt Earp came out that no one cared about and no one saw.
Mm-hmm.
But Tombstone was great.
Yeah, it's definitely better than Wyatt Earp all around.
Oh yeah.
To say the least.
Well, boys, I'm gonna have to get off here.
Yeah,
I ain't
I
gonna be
was
worth a. I ain't gonna be worth a
problem.
fuck tomorrow. I got to get up early and go to work. But this has been a good one.
Yeah, this has been one of the best. So big thanks to everybody in the chat that kept this going for an insane amount of time. But it's 1:15 our time, and we probably do need to go to bed at some point. So I guess I appreciate Matt, Mark, y'all both being on here as usual. Always appreciate you coming on.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Are you still doing
the Kevin
your
Smith
exploitation?
Yeah. Next Sunday at 10 will be the Sword and Sorcery show. Those movies are listed on the Discord, the ones we're going to be doing. Anybody that's interested in doing that. But yeah, that should be a fun time.
I wish we had time for a poll. We got to do a poll for next week's show. Blaxploitation or sorcery.
Listen, I've already got the movies for next week's show. Well, you want to do a poll for after that?
You got time. You got a whole week.
You can do a poll for after that. Then you can do a poll for like who you want the fucking host to be.
He still ain't gonna do it. Yeah.
I'll host it. I'll host it.
There you go. But yeah.
That shit's starting to buffer.
Bye.
All right, everybody have a good night.
Good.
Give us the thumbs up. Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Deadpit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a fuck.
I want you to. I don't care. Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. Click that bell.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Deadpit radio shirts. You can get Last South on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Deadpit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Deadpit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows, fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Deadpit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.